spot was real. Don't say you didn't know. A heartbeat whispered truth before the world could ever show. You stood there at the crossroads with a choice in your own hands, and still you turned your back and said, I never had a chance. Tell me, how would you silence the cry when you knew a living soul was on the other side? What were you thinking? To take a life you knew existed? How could you justify taking tomorrow from someone's eyes? You had the power and chose the blade. You stole the chance, another heart was made. What were you thinking? You knew, you knew, you knew. Echo louder than the words you try to claim. Mercy doesn't bend just 'cause you're drowning in your shame. You knew the road, you knew the truth, still you chose to cut it loose. And now you wear a hollow wound where a miracle once bloomed. Tell me, how'd you bury the light when you knew it was a soul, not a shadow in the night? What were you thinking? To take a life you knew existed? How could you justify taking tomorrow from someone's eyes? You had the power and chose the blade. You stole the chance, another heart was made. What were you thinking? You knew, you knew, you knew. Every choice becomes a stone. Every truth becomes a throne. Life isn't yours to erase. You can't rewrite a soul's birthplace. What were you thinking? To take a life you knew existed? How could you justify breaking a future you were never meant to deny? Stand in the mirror, look in your eyes, face the truth you try to hide. What were you thinking? You knew, you knew, you knew. You hear the unheard cry. We feel the life denied.
Hey, welcome in, guys. Hey, I told you to pause. Freaking love that song, not gonna lie. All right, welcome in. Welcome back, my glorious Tater Nation. It's me, of course, your friendly neighborhood potato, peeking out from beneath the soil and watching the world grow, and occasionally trip over its own shoelaces. And boy, howdy has it been lately, hasn't it? And you know, us potatoes, we have lots and lots of eyes. We like watching all those interesting things that humans do up top. From culture to politics, from history to the headlines, from common sense to complete nonsense. Breaking it down as only a potato can. Today we're going to be digging in, brushing off the dirt, and taking a good, honest look at what's really going on. So grab a seat, grab a sack, and preferably a potato. And let's see what the world looks like today through a potato's eye. And as always, I like to start out with an inspiration, if I can remember it. Care for your neighbors. I know these are repeats, but these kind of apply for the subject at hand. Care for your neighbors. Today's week's sprouts is tomorrow's backbone. And of course, Bruce Lee, the successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. We need to get back to having focus and self-respect again. All right, welcome in, guys. Chat's on fire today. Let's see. I think it was Chaos that started the chat off, so thank you very much for that, Chaos. It was right before I got my equipment up. So, of course, hey, Hillbilly, good to see you. JB, good to see you, man. As always, I appreciate your engagement, my friend. Vosh, good to see you. Glad to see that the party went well and that you're here today with us. Static Age Show, good to see you. And of course, Vosh has his own show he's trying to get started, and Static Age does have his own show. So give them some love. Let's see who else we got. Apprentice, thank you very much for the engagement. Welcome in, Tater Nation and strangers the like. Well, no worries, we are treated equally here. I hate you all. I'm just kidding. So all of you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, change your chat from top chat to live chat so that you can see everybody that's talking smack about you, right? I'm just kidding. Hey, Craig, good to see you. Appreciate the engagement, guys. Dave, good to see you. Appreciate you posting all the links. If you guys don't know, I do have pretty much all the other relevant social medias, so go follow me in other places, and I'll start to post a little bit more in other places. I'm a Facebook original person, so I'm always on Facebook. Craig, yes, I know Andrew Wilson does describe culture as an abstract concept, but I didn't know he flat out said Australia doesn't exist. It's a joke. But Jess White wanted me to react to this particular clip. I think she wanted me to react to a few other ones, which I will eventually, but she wanted to see my reaction to this one, and so I've told her I was going to, and it's been a while, so I hope that she ends up showing up or at least getting to see it. But long story short, she was on a panel, and he ends up doing a react to it. So I'm reacting to a react, which isn't my normal thing, so we'll see how that ends up going. But welcome in, guys. I appreciate the engagement. All right, let's see. Jared Speaks. Good to see you. As always, he has his own show as well. He does breakdowns of like definitions, and then he does react shows as well. Does really good job of his breakdowns. Does a really good job of his reacts as well. Hey, Avarice. As always, good to see you. And of course, if you don't know, Avarice has his own show as well. It looks like that's everybody in the chat and all of my shout outs. So I appreciate everybody being here. Y'all are the real ones for sure. All right. So as always, I like to start out with something funny before we get into my topics of the day. And let's see. What here? I don't know if this will be a copyright, but we'll try it out, I guess. And if it's a copyright, I guess I won't use them in the future. But the Whitest Kids, I think, is what the group is called. Yeah, the Whitest Kids, probably on YouTube as well as Facebook, but I'm on Facebook a lot more than I'm on anything else because I'm trying to look for work, and that's the easiest place because I have the most people that I know. Anyway, hey, MSM, good to see ya. I see ya. There you are. Yo, Spuds, glad to catch a Sunday. I'm glad you caught a Sunday, too. I know that you're usually busy. Craig, I already subscribed to the Avarice guy, but haven't gotten a chance to look over his content yet. That's fair. He has some content on my show as well. He comes on my panels every once in a while. Everyone has his show. I know, Static Age. It's getting crazy how much, like, essentially competition we're having at that point in time. But thank you, Chaos. Monetization takes something like either 500 or 1,000 subs, and so many short watch hours. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so I have 281 subscribers. Yay! Which is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, for being a potato in the middle of nowhere, 280 subscribers is pretty impressive for a year of work. I'm not going viral, but I do have, I think 500 is my start limit, and then I have another threshold at 1,000. So if you know of anybody that wants to join the Tater Nation, please let them know that I'm looking. Yeah. 500 subs and 4,000 watch hours. So it's funny because my requirements might be different from other people's, and as they get started newer, it might have changed, because I've been hearing a lot of people say 1,000 to get monetized. I only need 500, and I only need 3,000 watch hours for my first threshold, and my second threshold, which is 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, I can then start getting ad monetization. My problem is no one likes watching the ads. So I don't know if I'll ever actually turn those on, or if it's just going to be the super chats, which when I get those super chats, of course they're going to take their piece, but it helps the algorithm. So if when we start doing super chats, it's better to super chat for the algorithm, because eventually I want YouTube to be paying me, right? I don't want to have to make you guys pay me forever. Preferably. But unfortunately, we all know that I'll probably be demonetized before long, if I even get monetized. So any help is appreciated. But I'll shut up and we'll get on with our content for the first little while. But I appreciate the engagement, guys. Actually, real quick, static age ads during streams is whack, because it does pause the stream. So that's the thing, is if I have to turn on ad monetization for my live streams as well as my videos, you got those stupid ads that pop. Ads aren't stupid, but they're essential, but nobody likes watching them as they pop. They pause your video and you go to the ad, but that's what I'm referring to, that I would be turning on if I were to even turn any of them on. But the live stream, while you're on a live stream, I always started live streams because they were because I didn't have to worry about the ads. So now that the ads have started to be added to the live streams, it kind of irritates me. Yeah, for video, it's fine. It's fine. You can deal with it for the 15 seconds until you hit the skip button. Hey, Gramps, good to see ya. What up, fellow Spuds? What up, man? How are you? Hope you're doing well. All right, so this is pretty funny. Like I said, I don't know if you have never heard of the Whitest Kids on Facebook, possibly on YouTube. Go check them out. They make some good skits.
Hello, table for one.
No, I'm from the Food and Drug Administration.
Uh-oh. It's never a good sign.
I'm sorry, we don't serve people.
Oh,
from the
no,
Food and
that's
Drug
not what he was saying.
Administration.
No, we don't serve you. We reserve the right to refuse service, right? Hey, Mr. B, good to see you. Hey, yo.
Interesting.
Hey, Homestead, there you are. Good to see you. I hope you're doing all right. Been busy? Good to see you. I appreciate the engagement and being here to help moderate. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Whitest Kids I think is what their full title is. It's just the Whitest Kids on Facebook. But yeah, I think that's what it is. The Whitest Kids Appreciate you dropping that, Dave. Their YouTube channel streams for the show 24/7. Oh, really? That's awesome. That's awesome. I might have to check out their stream sometime. Hey, Wi-Fi, there you are. Good to see you. Why don't you go? I chats as often. Go in chat. That's how I caught on to you. Ooh. I'm a little lost. I don't know. Hey, good to see you. I appreciate the engagement. I'm a potato. As always, I'm lost. But anyway, I'll get back to this. We'll get into our content.
Well, that's okay, though. I'll just have a look around.
Do you have a warrant?
Have a look
I don't need a warrant. That's not how this works.
That's not how
I'm afraid
this
you need a warrant.
I don't need a warrant.
I really can't let you see the restaurant unless you have probable cause.
That's not how it works either, and even if it was, this is.
I'm sorry, and why are you harassing us?
Well, what caught my eye is that the restaurant is called It's Not Kittens, It's Chicken.
It's not kittens, it's chicken. Wink.
and then there's a logo of a chef winking.
It's not.
It's not.
That's not what?
It's not kittens.
Okay.
It's
not,
chicken.
It's not kittens, I promise.
Okay.
There's nothing illegal about serving chicken. Like there is kittens.
Like there is kittens. The face. I love it.
Can I just see your kitchen, please?
You see, it's just that it's a little bit of a mess back there, so I'm really gonna have to ask you to come back tomorrow.
This is a health inspection. I'm not gonna come back on another day so you can clean up your messy kitchen.
I don't even know how to get back there, and I think it's locked anyway.
Hey, I got a new spicy hot plate of kitten.
Oh, that's too funny.
I mean chicken.
I mean chicken.
See, he just locked it.
Oh, what do you have right here? What is this?
That is a chicken.
Well, first of all, if this is chicken, it shouldn't be just lying around on the floor. And secondly, this is not chicken.
This is not chicken. It's the weirdest chicken I've ever seen. Wi-Fi, I appreciate that. You were in a lot of other channel chats. Yeah, I've been so busy. I need to get back to that. That is actually fair. And people in other chats be shouting me out. I'm just kidding. I need to get into the other chats again for sure and help other streamers out. Even when I'm watching them, I'm lurking in the background nowadays because I just don't have the time to pull away from what I'm doing and type, unfortunately. But I appreciate that because that's good information to have. Mr. B, if you all aren't doing anything tomorrow evening, you have the time, enjoy a fun dialectical debate. There may or may not be something going on the channel tomorrow night. Yeah, so we're going to have, as far as I know, unless something has changed, Mr. B there and Elric from my Discord, they'll be doing a fun dialectical debate. It should be on my channel. So if you haven't seen that upcoming, that's tomorrow afternoon after I get home from work. So preferably it'll be 5 my time when I get home from work, but it might be 5:30 my time, so 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, MSM, I hear you. Same, I do a lot of listening when I can't chat. Yeah, when I'm driving, especially when I'm driving, that's why I love live streams without the commercials. Because then I've got to pull away from my driving to hit the skip button. That's irritating as hell. But I appreciate you guys watching. That's, like I said before, that's all that really matters to me. It helps the algorithm. Of course, if you share and you can chat, it's going to help a lot more. But anything above a view is just a bonus for me.
Appears to be a kitten McNugget.
That's just the name.
Hello, I'm from the Highway Department. We've received a number of complaints about a billboard of yours that reads, "Now eating is fun again."
And I'm sorry, what's wrong with that?
It's a reference to oral sex.
There's been a misunderstanding. That's not a reference to oral sex.
Then what is that a reference to?
You know, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you both.
It's either one or the other, my friend. You're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Fair enough, Mr. B. Nothing changed. I just playing coy. I kind of figured that's what it was. I just wanted to make sure. I'm also a lurker and listener. Usually you gents are in good company. Chaos. Yeah, I hear you, Chaos. I know you're busy, especially. Shameless self-plug, Mr. B. That's funny. I mean, it's kind of not a self-plug per se. I mean, I guess, but anyway. That's fair. Billy. I don't get commercials. I pay for premium. Don't judge me. There wouldn't be any judging. You're still paying, which means the creator is still getting, I'm assuming, some kind of that percentage or something like that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be, I would hope, they wouldn't be like making it so that content creators are losing out on money.
You're upsetting our customers.
You know, your customers can just deal with this.
I'm out of here.
Daily life.
Is somebody out there? All right. Let's see what else did I have. This is so funny. Oh man, come on, load up. There we go. We're gonna test how safe this hood is. Let's check it out. Oh, skipped on by. Good man. Good man. Oh, he looked at it, but he let it look. Oh, that's good. Oh, it must not be a very good phone. Oh, shit. Oh, it's one way to get viral content, right? That's funny. MSM Liars. Premium YouTube is about the only subscription service I pay for. Lots of movies, too. Oh, really? Okay. I think I need to change over from, because I think I have YouTube Music, because I used to listen to a lot of music before I made my own. And now I don't listen to a whole lot of YouTube Premium, YouTube Music, sorry. And so maybe I should change over to YouTube Premium itself. So as I understand it, you can like turn your phone off and still listen to the YouTube video, from what I understand. Now, this is a fantastic idea. I wish I would have thought about it. I don't know if this is something that you can buy or if they're just like, this is something cool that we made. Haha, you'll never see it in real life. But now I really, really want one. So if you've ever played the game Battleships, I was going to say Battleships. Battleships. Hey, yield to me. What's up? Cool Vic sent me. Cool Vic sent you. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Cool Vic. And if you don't know of Cool Vic in the chat, I'm sure everybody does. But if you don't know, he has his own show. I shout everybody else out. So I might as well shout Cool Vic out, especially because he has been having some issues with his channel. So any help is going to help him out a lot. So appreciate the engagement, yield to me. I hope to keep you coming back. And again, shout out to Cool Vic for that one. Definitely switch. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. For real, Homestead. For real. Thank you, guys. Definitely W's in the chat for Cool Vic. He's WV1C. Exactly. Guy's awesome. I like Cool Vic a lot.
We took the game of Battleship and we reimagined it. On all of our ships now are electrolytic capacitors that we give a whole bunch of reverse voltage to, causing them to...
Oh, Wi-Fi you didn't hear? So apparently it got hacked. And they had control over his memberships. They had control over his entire channel. From what I understand, they deleted video, like 1,000 something videos, and then tried to, or did public a few privated videos, like his wrestling videos from before he was making real content. And so he had to go through the appeal process. And in that appeal process, he had to have like the email that he was trying to get into or something like that. And so it was a process for the poor guy. Ended up having to try to stream on a different channel till he got his new, his old channel back up. But it's all up and running now. So we should be good to go other than that. But yeah. Try to sell a car. Thank you, Jesus, for all your efforts. Thank you. Oh, fair enough, Hillbilly. I appreciate the engagement while I had you, and hopefully that the car sells for what you want us to sell for and everything like that. God bless you. I know, right, Wi-Fi? It was wild, dude. Anyway, so this is pretty fun.
explode.
So they explode
We have a
when
couple
they
mounts
hit
on the
them.
top we can use to locate.
That is sick.
And then they have a
I would
freaking
aim
light up
at
board
this
to
area right
locate
here.
the other side of the board to hit it with the power that it needs to overload the capacitor. This would be so sweet as a kid. Like I can smell that though. Oh my god! Like, but it's all enclosed in glass, so it's not gonna like pop anything into your eyes or anything like that. Shut up. So that was cool. I want one now. And of course Nick Friatis. I'm not sure how he actually pronounces his name every time, but this guy's so funny. Of course, if you guys know who he is, where he is, go check him out. YouTube. He has a channel there. I'm sure it's Nick Freitas on YouTube, that kind of stuff. Dude's funny.
This is clearly a good person. You can tell by the sign. It says, no hate, no fear. Immigrants welcome here.
Immigrants
Of course,
welcome
then there's
here.
this other sign in the same yard that says private property, no
What the frick? Oh, no hate, no fear. Immigrants welcome here. What the hell? Oh, man. Fucking people. Private property, no trespassing. Retards.
trespassing. So I'm confused. If I were to suddenly, I don't know, break into your house and set up a leering center using your tax
Leering center. I'm going to set up a leering center in your house.
dollars, would I be welcome or would I be trespassing?
And yet, despite the look on my face, you are still talking. Oh, man. I really need to start making some mugs and sending them to people, I think. Just sending them out. Just like, you donated, here's a mug. And start doing some of these sayings. Not his sayings, but my own sayings, of course. Oh, this was wild. Oh my goodness, this was crazy. So I can't necessarily sound because it's by Aussie Man Reacts. And his stuff is copyrighted, but I don't know. This was like in 2019, so it was a while ago. But this actually happened. I guess the steering system or braking system. I don't know how brakes work in a yacht, but the cruise ship came in and hit the bay and tags the back of this boat and splits it away from the bay and everything like that. It's crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah, Gramps, we'll probably have an open panel after the debate. So it'll be probably 2 hours after we start, depending upon, when I get home from work. But I plan on trying to have somewhat of an open panel that night. Ships break by reversing. That makes sense. But yeah, it goes and it goes and it goes like it just goes all the way until it almost stops there. Crazy. Anyway, found that funny. Not like haha funny though, just like ironic funny. And then the women. Oh, and if you don't know Lynn Watchhorn on Facebook, she probably has a YouTube too. Everybody has a channel. Like Static K Show said, everybody has a show. That's funny. I did not know that. There you go. Fair enough. Chaos. All right. So Lynn Watchhorn reacts to this. My male neighbor saw me struggling to take a huge, heavy suitcase down 3 flights of stairs. I politely said, "You can go ahead of me," and he did. Not even an empty offer to help. And that's my why courtesy in class no longer exist. You told him. Oh, ladies, I love you. No hetero. But you have got to stop being polite if you're wanting help. If you're needing help, they'll probably turn you down because you need to start fighting it back against the misandry too. All women need to start pushing back, right? Women expect men to push back against other men that say misogynist things. But you never see a woman pushing back on other women until these few and far between ladies online now that have actually joined the fight. But this is funny how she reacts.
So he listened to you and took your words at face value.
Imagine that.
And now you have a problem because he didn't read your mind on you needing help. If you needed help, you could have asked for it. Also, I thought we were strong, independent women that didn't need a man. So.
For real though. Yeah, I think I like this kind of reaction better than like a debate. So I'm starting to wonder if women should be in the debate field because of the simple fact that you then have to like bow up and you have to get that masculine energy. It should be to other women, but even if you're debating other women, you shouldn't necessarily have to have that masculine energy. So reacting to other people's content, I kind of get behind. Anyway, appreciate that, Gramps. I try. No hetero on 10. You like that? That's funny. Like that. We don't hate women enough. Repeal the 19th homestead. We don't be lumping me in with. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't hate women. I'm convincing myself, right? I'm just kidding. Oh shit, that's funny. Female debaters are feminist coded. And that's kind of what I'm starting to worry about. Static Age is I want women to speak out, but the debating, the actual interlocuting is where I'm not sure if I completely agree with women being in the midst of. But anyway, this is crazy. This is wild to me. So for anybody, again, we've covered a little bit of architecture and things like that. So this came across my feed, and in Chongqing, right, they build up because it's all just like a mountain, like on a hillside or whatever. I'm not sure exactly why. But if you ever think that our life is packed.
You think you are driving on the road, but actually you are driving on someone's rooftop.
In Chongqing, you think you are on the rooftop of this 22 stories of residential building, but actually you're on the ground floor.
You're on the ground floor. Yeah, in Chongqing, the locals know where they are on ground floor. We're just like, what the hell? In Chongqing on GPS is the only place that it tells you to go 27 miles down, straight down.
Look over there, that is a ground floor. And look here, this is the rooftop of this building. It's a parking lot. And guess what? On the rooftop of that building is a gas station.
Yeah, I'd seen this before. The fact that there's a gas station on the top of a building, and so that it's basically at ground floor because it's at the top of the mountain or whatever. And so as they're driving along the road, that was the most logical place to put the freaking gas station. Crazy to me. Hey, Aries Van Dam, good to see you. He has his own show as well. Go check it out if you want. Never catch the lives. Yeah, I know the feeling. MSM, I like my wife. Yeah, right. Not all women are bad, but a lot of the demonic is by women. It's not all women, but it's always a woman, it seems like. Homestead, thanks for that feedback. The woman in debate spaces is a hot take that can boost you, clip it and ship it. And one, yeah, and that's that was kind of what I was trying to kind of seize, is that new hotness, if you will, whatever you want to call it. You know, hotness when I'm talking about women, not a misogynist, guys. But I was trying to kind of get in on that and trying to find some women debaters to get in on my collegium. But like I said, I don't know. Exactly, chaos. Not all women's, but always a women's. Anyway.
Only in Chongqing.
Only in Chongqing. Wild. That would be wild. Okay, so one last funny thing here real quick. So Leonardo Capero, Big Daddy Leo, 1037 on YouTube. We posted the link yesterday. I think not yesterday. The last time I was covering him. This was this is just so funny. Ladies, if you're doing this kind of stuff, just leave it alone. What's going on?
Ma'am, are you okay?
Are you okay? Yeah, trying to pop that
okay.
bitch.
No, all right. No, I'll get you some help.
Hold
on.
I love it when he calls the cops. He always talks to him by name and shit. It's so funny. Jared speaks. Leah Bobia and AVG are female debaters that stick out automatically to me. Yeah, they're a couple of the decent ones, but that's part of the reason why I say that, because even when you watch them, you can see the need, because the left is so aggressive. You can see the need for them to pull that masculinity into the debate, and I don't know how much that affects them on a deeper level. Hey, Navy Bree, good to see ya. Appreciate the engagement. She's around, as I've said before, on Vic's channel is where I first saw her. So another shout out to Vic. Appreciate the engagement, Navy Bree. If you ever have a channel, let me know. Homestead Wench, I don't debate. That's okay. And that's exactly why we have our Thursday open panels. So even the women can come in and speak their piece, but not actually have to get into the head-to-head. And I can step in and say, hey, give her the floor for a second. And she doesn't have to bow up and take the floor like you do in a debate. That's why I like the way that I have things set up. If you think about it, the gas station on the roof makes sense. If it's on the ground floor, they have to bury the tanks, and it can never be anything but a gas station because the soil pollution. Yeah, well, and it's all, I mean, so much more than that, too. You put the tanks in a structure and they can be serviced. They can be drained. How often do you hear about water in gas tanks because they're underground? Like, there's a lot to it that I could see as beneficial, for sure. I support men. I prefer the supportive role versus the spotlight. And that's completely understandable as well. And that's, again, why I like the open panels, because you don't have to be the spotlight. You can just be like, yep, I agree with that. And you're giving that solidarity. You're standing with me. Anyway, I'll get back to this. Sorry.
Yeah, Carl?
Yeah, Carl?
No, everything's
It's always
fine.
Carl.
How's the babies?
How's the babies?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I think we have a situation. Yeah, no, it's erratic.
Erratic?
Possible seizure. I'm not sure. Hey, no, don't try to karate chop me. I'm trying to help you. You know what, Carl? Forget it. Forget it. No, she's on her own. No, all right.
She's on her own. She tried to chop me. Exactly, Static Age. Equal standing in public discourse is a feminist premise. So that's where I'm getting conflicted on female debaters. As much as I do understand we need them to a certain extent, we also, I appreciate the ladies like Lynn Watchhorn, like Emily W. King or something like that on Facebook, and the Dadvocate. But I've been seeing some things about her that I'm not completely sure if I want to promote per se. But anyway, ladies in this chat are awesome. That's for sure, MSM Liars. All the women I have are beast and cool as shit.
How the babies?
How the babies? All right. So on the note of Lindsay Clancy and how many we've been seeing take her side. So I'm seeing more and more of this as it goes on and on. After, as I understand it, she admitted to it. But this is getting
We're
more
talking
and
about
more.
the Lindsay Clancy trial. What's your take?
Her husband, he murdered the kids.
So can you tell me what evidence you've seen that would lead you to believe that?
Nothing. Not even a dignity to respond to that with, yeah, I'll get that evidence for you. And then they never get it because it's just always how it is. Hey, exactly, Voshmit. Exactly. Unfortunately, I have noticed that lately. I was just talking to somebody about that, in fact, another supporter, and we are both disappointed, not sure exactly how to feel about it. Homestead, back to the reveal of the 19th. Yeah. We don't hate women enough. Oh man. I'm trying to date here, guys. Exactly, apprentice. No, we need women. We just need women who listen to their patriarchs. Exactly. Chaos. Her evidence is my feelings. And that's just it. That's just it. There's so many things I've been seeing lately of these ladies saying that they know that he did it because his star sign lines up with that that type of person, and her star sign doesn't. And I'm sorry, but star signs is nothing to go off of. Zodiac sign is not evidence. Never, ever should be evidence. Yeah, static age, it's similar to that. Basically, it's another 80. So it started for a while that it was like every so often I'd see just like obscure commercial in like Facebook Reels or something like that, and then it started to come into like interrupt YouTube videos if I remember right. So it's getting a little aggressive, and I don't know how much as a sellout you have the control of it. Sorry, but I don't know if I would ever sign a contract with a company like that, because then you are essentially a slave to what they want you to put as an ad. Voshmet, we need women to shut up for once in a while. We don't shame women enough. How about that? Is that better? Instead, that's fair. That is fair. Yes, that's shit. Hey, Bandit, good to see you. Appreciate the engagement, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Chaos. I embrace my place in the kitchen. My man says I create magic in there. Says I thrive in my natural habitat. That's awesome. I bet you do. All right, so this was pretty funny. Oh, let's see. Where's the sound? There it is. Probably can't listen to the sound, but this is hilarious. Oh, dude takes him out. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get this cop. He's distracted. And then out of nowhere, this cop just pummels him. Oh, great. Wham! Oh, dude bends like he's not supposed to bend there. I don't know what kind of damage that did, but it looks like it's maybe, well, it looks like that's a Starbucks sign right there. So probably just a public, so probably not a high school kid, but probably young enough that he was able to rebound fairly easily. One more time. Slam. Criminals should start wearing helmets in everyday life. And then he just packs him up and takes him like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This must have been in Japan, or obviously you can see by Korea or something like that. But dude, just like, that is awesome right there. Impressive. Oh, now that is peak. That is peak male form right here. Not this bullshit of a dad bod. Now I've got a dad bod. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a dad, unfortunately, but I have a dad bod, so I'm not one to talk. But that is definitely peak male form there. And then this is funny. It just boom, stops him dead. And then this guy. Dude definitely had football in his background for sure. Oh, I know, Wi-Fi, wasn't it though? So beautiful. These takedowns are awesome. Yeah, right, Chaos. Some Jackie Chan level type shit. For real though. I might have been able to do that back in my peak, but dude was probably 35. You know, I mean, he was getting up there. You know, Asians, they don't age very quickly, so the dude is probably 35, still doing that. Some Jackie Chan type shit for sure. Slick. Yeah, Apprentice. For real though. then this is funny, right against a brick wall. Like, oh my gosh. Like, he is so lucky. So lucky he turned his back to that wall. One more time. Oh, this is so funny. I've seen this clip a couple of times in a couple of different places. Oh, and this is pretty good. That's funny. Where's the gender equality, right? Yeah. That's funny. We should stay that spear daily. Yeah. I wish I had stayed fit. Problem with so I had injured my knee, my right knee first, and then my left knee later, and didn't break them, but dislocated them enough to cause fracture in my bone or something like that. And so now they don't work right. So I can't keep up. I've been trying to run, but now I'm gonna need to get like I don't know, like a swimming pool access or something like that to get back in shape. Exactly, Homestead. Stop breaking the law, assholes. And this one's funny though. I've seen this one a couple times, and cop comes up behind him and he's pissed off because he's in the middle of the road, hits the door, and this is where the dude knew he fucked up. And cop just fucking and then this guy just takes his feet out. I mean, just smacks that head on the ground. Like, there are some things that I don't necessarily agree with how they interact with people. That last one was maybe a little aggressive, but I don't know. Stop breaking the law, asshole. Exactly. That's funny. MSM Liar says, watch, not stay. Chicken wings and chat isn't easy. And that's fair. All right. So on to the subjects at hand. So there's two subjects I want to make sure I get covered today. One of them is going to be the last, or not last, but the second video that I cover, which is going to be what Jess White has submitted to me. She wanted to see the reaction that I have for it, and the fact that Andrew admits something. Not that he doesn't. I'm just giving a facetious jab, right? And then, of course, the other subject is, if you have not heard, there was a female police commissioner put into the position. And this guy will explain it a little bit better than I will, but essentially she was not qualified for the position, had never been in cop position, was nowhere near ready for a police commissioner. And they put her into the position, and then I think 2023 this happened, and she was involved with her son doing a drive-by pop. And so she's obviously been indicted or whatever the case is and being held on charges for drive-by. So this guy will explain it a little bit better. And I do have all of these videos in the description below, even the one from Jess White. So hopefully she won't have a problem with it being out there, because she has, I think, privated them and gave me the link to just kind of go over it. But I wanted to give her the credit. So if anybody would like to go and view it, hopefully it gives her credit. This is by Angry Cops on YouTube. So if you want to go check that out, it's in the description as well. But anyway, funny description of what happened here. So we'll listen to this guy real quick.
A deputy police commissioner has been fired and arrested for, get ready for this, driving in a drive-by shooting with her son and husband. And you might say...
And husband. The whole family. It's a family activity. Boy, howdy. Homestead, I'm in a mood today to speak all my piece. Don't say my bad. That's a good thing. We all need to be getting into the point where we're tired of sitting down and not letting people know how it really is. I'm not the best. I'm still somewhat of a nice guy at times, but I'm kind of an a-hole. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a dictator. That's why I have a little emoji in my Discord that is a dictator. And if you're not part of the Discord, please join my Discord. We always have a lot of fun in the Discord. It's been kind of dead lately. What's been going on, guys? We need to get the activity back up. Again, tomorrow night we'll be postponing our Bible read. I didn't really think about the fact that it was Monday night when we scheduled the debate, but the debate will be going on about the same time as we normally have our Bible study or Bible read. So we'll do that maybe a different day this week, or we'll just put it off. But I don't know. I don't like the idea of putting it off now that I think about it. But anyway, long story short, we'll figure it out. MSM Liars, we thought no carts in Pigeon Force were fun. Never tried this fun family activity.
Hey, oh, was this like a thing of road rage? Like they're just driving on the interstate? No, it's not. No, it is 100% gang-related. Sit down, plot it out, wait for them, drive by, Ricky! Drive-by shooting. And wouldn't you be just amazed to hear that her duties as a deputy commissioner are one of, stabilizing the community and trying to make outreach happen to people who are in violent gangs to stop them from doing the she just did? Yeah. Like, I understand that we're supposed to...
One of the highest positions, police commissioner, I want to say is like over all of the police in that, like, so we have the sheriffs and we have the the police. So the police commissioner would be over all of the police. The sheriff would be over all of the sheriffs. So one of the highest positions that you could possess, and she is premeditatedly involved in a drive-by. Pop, pop. Oh, this shit gets wild. This is a wild timeline we're living in, guys. I didn't believe this at first, but this has been a while, and this is the second information I've gotten on this story.
Be a part of the community. But I think we're all starting to see that this hunk of criminal is just going a little too far. So let's break down exactly what happened.
Yeah, we seriously need to stop. Stop the leniency on criminals, especially multiple time criminals. If they've been put in prison multiple times, maybe they've given up their right to be a citizen anymore and they stay in prison for indefinitely. Or we create another Australia and leave it as a actual prison colony and not let it become its own place that everything tries to unalive you.
You'll be amazed. You'll be pretty amazed after a word from this video sponsor. Now, I know a lot of you out there like to repair and modify your own guns. And if you're looking for a way to take your hobby to the next level,
is this an actual ad? What's going on?
Can help. The online programs at SDI cover armorer courses. City police commissioner arrested? Well, because her son and her conspired and then effected a drive-by shooting in front of the Bronx courthouse.
I can't make this shit up, man. Oh my God. Right? All right, so I'm against flock cameras, right? Been very vocal about mass surveillance. But when you're doing something stupid right in front of a county building, I'm all for the officers having access to those cameras in their own building. Like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. And it's premeditated. So we'll talk about it here. So we'll see in just a minute, but YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Of course. Why is that happening? Vosh, since you're probably in the chat, we need to figure that out sometime. I keep forgetting to ask you, and I know that you've been super busy. So if you're still in the chat, hit me up in Discord so that we can figure out what's going on with my streaming now. Anywho, let me know in the chat if you guys see any buffering or if it's starting to lag. Let's see. MSM says, I'm a firm believer in you give up the rights you take from others. I affirm that belief 100%. We need to start making the repercussions of something so bad, so gross to think about, that it deters the action, not tries to fix it. Because once they've gotten down that path, especially with this releasing of multiple time felons, they get away with it, essentially. Slap on the wrists, and they go back out and continue to do it. No, something has to give. So, like, you know, Idaho keeps coming up. It's crazy. That little town, little state, in the middle of the map, has started to pop up more and more. It's funny because on the whatever podcast, Brian likes to say, people from Idaho speak this language. What language? It's like it's that obscure. But Idaho, I believe, and I could be wrong, there could be other states that are doing this, has created a new structure for pew like unalivings. And where I agree with it, I want it to be more public. It should be live streamed or something like that. Like, it should be enough to deter you from ever wanting to even attempt to unalive someone. You're going to be unalived by a firing squad. Don't do it. Everything looks okay on this end. I appreciate that, Chaos. Keep me informed if you would, please. Thank you very much, Vosh. I really appreciate you, man. Debating prostitutes is so based. Fair.
According to authorities, the entire shootout that happened was all recorded on video because, outside of a courthouse, there's got to be video, which makes you wonder how good of a police commissioner.
Don't worry, Vosh. It's all good. I keep forgetting to say it, so even a watch, you might hear me say, "Hey, Vosh." Anyway.
There's this dumb broad when not only is she committing felonies and violent acts with her kid. Bring your kid to crime day, I guess. So it's actually kind of
bring your kid to work today, and I'm a criminal, so I'm gonna bring him on right along to a freaking pop off. Yeah, like
First,
what?
That one we find out a little bit more about Chase. But how bad are you when you don't even know where the cameras are set up on public court?
In your own city, as a public officer, a police commissioner at that, and you don't even know. I don't condone doing this by any means. Our leaders, as they like to be called, need to stop thinking that they can be on the level as the people and start believing that they are held to a higher standard and hold to that higher standard. And we, the people, need to hold them to that higher standard. Not say, well, it's all right, I guess. You know, they've done so much for the community by being a commissioner. No. They've learned so much more about the regulations that they need to be held to as a commissioner. Yeah, she was retarded. Bring your kid to crime day. I know, right? It was so wild.
Courthouses or police stations, city corners, etc. You'd think you'd be like, oh, hey, listen, kiddo, if we're going to go murk these people that you don't like, probably shouldn't pick this corner because there's 3 cameras located there. I know because there's been specific investigations regarding this space before, and they've caught some people on camera. Nope. What I can only describe as a high school, mom, can you pick me up from McDonald's kind of drive-by shooting situation. Chase calls up mommy and says, let's go do this thing. And she's like, all right, when and where, honey? I'm in the red Volvo. Are you sure you don't want some orange slices for some electrolytes before you're shooting, babe?
It's got electrolytes. It's got what plants crave.
We're going to get into her son a lot more, which
sounds a lot like Idiocracy here. Yep.
Very important. Her son is a major part in this. But we're going to describe Jennifer's job real quick, all right? So we can kind of get a better picture of just how ridiculous this whole thing is. You see, Jen was appointed as the Deputy Commissioner of Wellness during 2020, right in the middle of the George Floyd riots. And what the hell is the Deputy Commissioner of Wellness doing? What does that mean? They're making sure the cops are getting treated well? That they're getting, you know, some counseling or something like that? Well, maybe that'd be a very good part of it. Let's see exactly what her job entailed. First off, her job was to focus on 21st century policing. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I guarantee you it probably means some hug a criminal nonsense. Anyway, and she was not a sworn law enforcement official, meaning like she didn't serve as like a cop, right? She didn't go through the academy. She didn't spend any time on the street. She's a civilian. And
so how many in the chat have ever been working at a job? You're trying to work your way up that ladder. You're doing everything that you can. And you become what I call a victim of your own success, where everything is just loaded onto your shoulders. And the whole team is running because you run it. And then when the position that you've been wanting to get onto with opens up, and they don't even open it internally, it's just automatically given to some douche that just got out of college with a degree in corporate management, and comes on and tries to tell you how to do your job that you've been doing for 30 freaking years. That's what essentially happened here. Could you imagine the anger of the cops in this town? Yeah, Craig. So that's like Chaos says, it's angry cops. So in the description below, I believe it's going to be the top video that I linked. But angry cops, just like that, on Facebook is apparently this guy. And I've just been finding him. I just found him. I believe Chaos is the one who sent me the link. So, yeah, definitely funny shit here. But anyway, we'll get back to it.
And everybody knows that makes the most sense, having civilians tell us what to do when they don't know what our job is. But
based homestead. Family comes first. I will always say that because it does. Family first, guys. No matter what's happening, no matter if I'm live or what, if your family is needing you, go to your family and we will catch up when you're done with that. But thank you very much for the engagement while I have you, Homestead. And again, based.
Hey, we don't live in a police state where I make the rules and then enforce them and the public has no say. No, the public should have the power. But opposite side of the same coin, it's frustrating when you have somebody with no police background all of a sudden get put in charge of you as a police officer, and you're looking around like, what is this dummy trying to make us do? That doesn't make any sense based on the experiences that we've all had. And that's going to come to a shining light.
Yeah, that would piss me off. It does piss me off every time. Every time I'm trying to work my way up that ladder, and then the boss's son finally gets of age, and he's in that position, never worked a day in his life other than being a pampered princess at home with the silver platter and the silver spoon. MSM, building engineer just out of college, never swung a hammer, coming in and telling me how to frame new wall. Yeah, that's fun. I know, right? It's like an engineer that sends a part out to the, it's especially out in the oil field when I was working there. We get this brand new part. The engineers are like, this is going to work so great. We look at it. We don't even try to use it. We're like, this is garbage. We just toss it to the side and go back to the same old way that we've been doing it. Get it done in 15 minutes and you're gone. And they say it's going to take you like 30 minutes with the new tool or whatever, right? Kind of an idea. And you're like, have you ever worked on this machine in your life? No, they haven't. That's the problem. Oh, I know, Homestead. I know. I appreciate you watching while you couldn't type, but again, I appreciate the engagement while I can have you. And again, just family comes first. I'm just letting everybody know. Craig, I will always let everybody know, right? I'm not just talking to one person. Just for everybody's reference, I want people to understand where I stand. And so when things come up and I see it, okay, this is an opportunity to remind people this is where I stand. The new people that are coming in, this is where I stand. For people that watch it later and don't watch me before that, this is where I stand, right? So I'll always tell people that family comes first. Anyway, Craig, the crazy thing that is that it's not even the people who made the cops enabled to do their job and arrest criminals. It's fair. MSM Liar says, engineer like to make up new problems so they get paid to come up with a solution. Exactly. Bandit, everyone has the corporate guys do it, but I am lucky. Most of our corporate started at the store level. One head honcho started at the same position I did. Granted, he started the year I was born. That's fair. That's fair. There have been cops who mistreated me. Most often I handled myself too well for them to take advantage. Craig, that's fair. Yeah, all you got to do is just treat them like a human being. Don't treat them like a pig, right? Just treat them like a human being trying to do their job. Listen to them. Do what you need to do. And usually it goes well. I've never really had any problems. I mean, I don't care for some of the interactions. But I also understand they go through a lot of shit in their jobs and they have to treat everybody a little bit more aggressively than they should have to. But some of them go a little bit further than they should have to, right? Homestead, appreciate that.
In a moment. All right, hold on. Just keep with me. There's so much good shit that we're building up to. Well, not for Jennifer Lackland, not for her. No, it's all bad shit for her.
It's all bad shit for her.
Wow. Let's go over some of her responsibilities as the Deputy Commissioner of Wellness, right? What did her job entail? We know a little bit about her. Let's learn about her job. Strengthening trust and relations between the police department and the community. Boy, it's hard to do that when you're doing drive-bys with your son. I mean, kind of hypocritical. But let's go on. I mean, maybe that's just one thing that she's supposed to do that she really, did a 180 on.
She really botched that one up, I think.
Supporting procedural justice and police reform initiatives. Procedural injustice. What the f*** does that even mean? What does procedural injustice mean? If you got an MOP and it says, treat everybody the same, this is our arrest practices, well then, how is there procedural injustice? Will we hanging people upside down by their toes in the middle of cell block now? No, that's a procedural injustice. We can't be doing that. What are we, in 1910? But police
1910?
reform initiatives. Yes. Coming in during the era of George Floyd. I wonder what those reforms were. Let everybody go. Stop arresting people that are doing the crimes and give them hugs instead. This is one of my favorite things, and I absolutely hate it. My favorite thing to hate. Somebody commits a crime. They're on social media with a firearm. They're a 22-year-old gangbanger piece.
Look familiar? I don't know. They all look familiar, I guess. I don't know. Voshmit, treating cops like human beings, doing their job and showing respect has kept me from having an extensive record. Yeah, me too. Unfortunately, I just have an extensive record because I'm a bad potato. I'm just kidding. I don't have an extensive record. More extensive than I like to admit, but it's not that extensive. I'm not a felon, so I can still have my firearms at least. Thank you very much for posting those, Homestead. If you are enjoying the content that I bring, please think about donating. I appreciate anything that I can get. Just the views, the likes, the shares that are all that I need. Those are free. But if you have anything kicking around, I do appreciate anything that I can get as far as support. And that's probably the last time you'll hear it on this stream. I don't hold my streams up for it, so we'll keep on going.
And you go over and you knock on their door. Hey, Jeremy, Officer High here. Hey, we caught you on social media doing this, thus showing them our information, our ways of gathering information on criminals. Hey, we're going to give away all the investigative information that we've given you and also how we find it by showing you posting with your firearm and pointing it at people and being a disgusting gang member. Could you please stop? Because you see, this could take you down a horrible road in life. Oh, you...
Yeah, we need it. Again, we need to stop giving so much leniency. When they're openly being a criminal, just take them in. Just do what you need to do. Get them off the street. If they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's when you go, don't do it again. This is how we found you. realize that never, this is how we found you. I don't know why that's become a thing. You used to have In God We Trust, protect and serve on your cars, and now they're blacked out and like as hidden and on the verge of entrapment as you can possibly get. But then you turn around and act like that. I'm just lost here, guys.
Slammed the door in my face and laughed at me. You're going to continue doing what you're doing because you don't give a shit about the rules anyway? All right. Yes, that's a real thing that my department did and numerous departments have been doing. Stop knocking on doors and telling criminals to stop being criminals. They've made a conscious decision to do it.
Exactly. If they've made the conscious decision, they already know what they're doing. It's not where they've just gotten caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Static Cage, if you say, hey, pay up, fuckers, it actually works. Hey, are you not entertained? That's funny. I'm a woman, Static. I won't talk to men like that. That's fair. And this is exactly why Homestead and Chaos are mods on my channel, because they are very, very based women. And I like to have that not off, but the secondhand expertise. I like to have my men and my women to be able to tell me, hey, this is what women think in general, but they need to be able to be a based woman and say, hey, go make a sandwich for your man. But I value those people a lot. So I appreciate my mod team more than I'll ever be able to tell them, for that matter. Hey, Bulldog, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Apprentice, hot take, there should be no trial when the camera is on. I'm sorry. Dyslexic. You know my faucet crew. Hot take, there should be no trial when the crime is on camera and there is evidence that shows it, plain and simple. Thank you very much, Apprentice. If I could read today.
What you're doing is just, hey, you got away with this one time. Here's how we looked at you already and investigated you. I hope you're smarter and make it more difficult for me next time. Stupid. Give me some other tasks that you're supposed to do. Overseeing behavioral health and wellness programs for officers, civilians, employees, their families, and broader community. Focusing on intercepting people who need services rather than arrests and providing related support. Hey, I'm all about helping the coppers out. I'm all about helping members of the community out. Hey, you're a kind of tweaker guy that's all screwed up and running around naked on Broadway. How about we get you some help? Because you obviously have a chemical addiction to some sort of substance, and that's causing you some sort of psychosis or whatever. Or maybe you're not on meds that could help you level out. Schizophrenia. A lot of medications to help solve schizophrenia. Make it a livable disease where you can carry on with life normally. You know what makes it a lot worse? Crack. And holy shit, there's a lot of schizophrenics that are on crack. I'm not saying like 90% of them. I'm saying like there's a lot of people that are like, I have schizophrenia. And you're like, all right, why are you doing crack? Well, the voices told me to do it and I stopped taking my medication. It's just a horrible cycle.
That is a wild cycle, though. Let's see if I can get back there. Higher comorbidity. People with schizophrenia have lifetime rates of substance use disorders around 47 to 70% higher if tobacco is included. Cocaine use disorders is elevated, often cited in the 15 to 50% range in various samples of schizophrenia patients, and stimulants like cocaine, crack are among the more commonly abused substances after alcohol, tobacco, and cannabis. Fucking wild, man. That is crazy.
People out that just need to be arrested. I have a feeling that some of these community outreach, we don't need to.
Yeah, Graham. So on that subject, I don't know exactly how to speculate on demon possessions, how many actual possessions there are out there, but we really need to start looking at it as possessions and not as much as like, I don't know exactly what, because I'm not like trying to relieve people of their accountability, but we also need to understand that some people may be in the throes, whatever, of a demon possession, and need the guidance out of that rather than you're a piece of like you're condemned, you're never getting back to the path, whatever the case is. We need to start to try to give them some help. Like this guy is saying, we need to get people help. And if that's putting them into prison for the rest of their life, essentially to give them a community where they're going to be the most committed with, I don't know. But anyway, problem is there's too many skeptics. Yeah, Gramps, unfortunately. But are they Pazuzu? That's an old term. Pazuzu.
Arrest this guy. He just needs some counseling. Moments were probably... I mean, if she's running around with her gang member son shooting people from her car and driving away, I would feel pretty confident in saying that in the moments where she's like, we shouldn't arrest these people, they just need counseling, those people would most likely definitely need arresting, you know? Case in point, probably a violent gang member that's 19, 18 years old, you know, younger in his life, but got caught shooting somebody with a firearm, right? Popping some rounds off. Didn't hit anybody, but got caught with the gun. Yeah, that guy might need counseling, sure. But, you know, when you're trying to kill people, you might need also some arrest time. Sit in the bin, put a ankle monitor on that freak.
Oh, Gramps, that's crazy. I was able to communicate with my brother shortly after he died. It was his voice coming out of the speaker. Everybody needs to experience something like that. Yeah, I had a buddy that I stayed with a lot, and his upper floor, the loft where I would stay, it was haunted, and like things would just fall off the shelf, or the door would lock itself, or like just some weird off the wall things. And where I don't know about, like, you know, afterlife, they're holding on to something and they need to be able to release that before they can move on, or what that might be. There's definitely a different forces, whether that be the veil is thin or what it is. But we need to be looking to the right places, and that's God, essentially. Apprentice, hot take: there should be no crime, no crime so serious we have to pay for your vacation the rest of your life. If you can't rehabilitate, time to go see Jake. Go see Jake. I'm not sure on that one. But if you can't be rehabilitated, hard labor for the rest of your life or something like I definitely agree with you. No crime so serious we have to pay for your vacation. I'm tired of the taxpayers paying for criminals to live fairly cushy life. Like, I don't get 3 hots in a cot. I barely have a cot. That's what I thought. Rattlesnake in Australia, the prison colony that I was just talking about earlier. But I didn't want to jump to a conclusion that wasn't true. But yes, that's fair. We went to the spot he passed, and we busted out shit to talk to him. Main reason he was able to is because his friend, and I were passionate about ghost hunting. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of equipment that goes into ghost hunting, from what I understand. But so he was aware of how to use the tech. Gotcha. Interesting. Very interesting. Like I said, I've experienced some kind of weird shit too, for sure. Or the new Australia, wherever we decide that new exile be. For real, though. Ghosts aren't real. It's demonic deception or schizophrenia. Yeah, I would have to agree more along those lines. Demonic deception on that one. We want to be really careful with talking to the past, for sure. Anyway, we'll get through this, hopefully. This guy's funny, but we'll get on to the
Finally, one of the other aspects of our job are the reentry support for formerly incarcerated people and broader special initiatives tied to reform. I mean, that's general, right? It's tied to reform, which just means change. We need change for change's sake. And I'm okay with, like, having, you know, people come out of jail and then giving them a job, right? I don't want people to go into jail and then come out and have nothing better to do than go back to crime, right? I don't want that. But with that being said, how many of those programs are now becoming a massive joke where it's basically, hey, once you get out of prison, come here, we'll give you a job, or you don't have to show up or do shit. There's no real responsibility, and you go and commit your crimes and whatever. Like, I'm tired of wasting my tax dollars on people who don't give a shit and just want to keep committing crimes. And speaking of people who keep committing crimes, let's talk about her son, the shooter, the gang member, Chase. Oh, Chase Lackard. If you're scheming up drive-by shootings with your police commissioner mom in front of Bronx courthouses to shoot your ops, well, something just tells me that you might have had a run-in or two with police before. Let's learn about that, shall we? So let's all meet 20-year-old Chase Lackard, Jennifer's son, and I'll let you decide if his interesting history should in some way fall upon mom, you know, and make you wonder why she had the position. Let's start it out. August 2024, Chase is arrested for having a handgun in Manhattan. Now, you might say, AC, I thought you were a Second Amendment absolutist. Like, now you're just acting like some dirty pig that's trying to get somebody and prevent them from carrying a firearm as they should under the Second Amendment. Well, yes, you know, yeah, I can see what you're saying. I should have started with, Chase is a member of, and I you not, Slutty Gang. God, dude.
Who in their right mind would be happy to be in a gang named the Slutty Gang? The Slut Maker Gang, maybe? I don't even know. Like, that is the dumbest shit in the world. What is going on in this timeline? Great, crazy shit.
These local gangs crack me up. So yes, Chase is a member of Slutty Gang. He's a violent gang member. In fact, that's why he's carrying these firearms and getting involved in all these shootings that we just talked about, right? But wait, he didn't just get arrested in August of 2024 with a firearm being a violent gang member, right? Well, he was released. I believe there was no bail put on him. Wouldn't you know, just a couple months later, in November of 2024,
real chaos,
he gets arrested again for a firearm. Well, once again, you're going to go, AC, he's just carrying a firearm. He points a pistol at an undercover cop car, which cops get out, mark NYPD, and then light him up. This idiot is so dumb. And honestly, the video that you look here, it looks kind of like it's a sting. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like, you can tell.
What the hell are you thinking? There's no reason to be pulling that pistol, and he got to an undercover. Oh my god!
Like, he's walking around with his hand in his pocket. Officers like myself would call that a clue. Walking around with a gun in his pocket, like, yo, hey, I don't got a gun. I'm totally not obviously carrying a firearm right now. To which he then looks at the undercover car, points his pistol at it. The coppers get out. He goes, oh, that says NYPD on their chest. And then he gets shot twice in the leg. So now
in the leg? Well, how were they doing shooting his leg?
A violent gang member, Slutty Gang, hashtag Slutty Gang. A lot of OnlyFans in that gang. So twice, Slutty Gang, violent gang member gets arrested.
I am not a
for having a firearm on him. Violent gang member, firearm. Bad thing. And then in November, violent gang member with the firearm, pointing it at cops now. Woo! Would call that a red flag. You might ask yourself, well, that's 2 firearms in just a matter of 6 months, less than. And in the one incident, he shot. You know, this guy should be locked up or on bail. And the prosecutor's office, you know, the DA's office would agree with you, because they wanted $25,000 bail on him. But they said no. They released him under supervision. Whose supervision? Whose supervision would that be? Would it be parole? Would it be his cop mother? Ding, 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 ding. And now we have Chase and his dumb mom involved in a shooting. Right? He's just elevating his shit. At first, just like violent gang member with a gun. Then it's violent gang member pointing a gun at officers. Now it's violent gang member shooting out of the back of a Chrysler Pacifica minivan with his mom driving the getaway car. The daddy's just chilling inside, videotaping it all like it's some sort of home movie. I don't
know. It's just a family activity. What's wrong with that? Oh, man. In this day and age, like, that is probably their daily activity anymore. It seems like I don't know.
Dad's actually
man.
videotaping it, but it's in my mind. By the way, yes, the father is in it. Mom and dad are both in the van as son goes to commit a shooting and then does out the back of their minivan, and then they drive away. Can you believe it? And I'm not saying that, like, hey, if my, cousin, sister, brother, dad commits a crime that I'm to blame, right? But if you're in charge of rehabilitation policy for a police department, and your son's out there running around with guns, an active, violent gang member,
and it's your son, and you're in charge of it. Again, we need to be holding these people to a higher standard, which means their children should be being held to a higher standard because they should be their parents' name. They should be signifying what their parents want them to be signifying. It's similar to where I ask my mod team to try, and of course everybody is their own person, but try to signify me in the outside world. When you're outside of my Discord, when you're outside of my channel, try to live the way that I would want you to live. That should be pretty easy because all I ask is you live the way that God, Yeshua, Yahweh, those request of you to live. If you do that, we are golden. The people that see you are going to see what I want to see. Those kind of things. But if you're a commissioner of the police department and your child is out there doing crime after crime after crime, and you are in charge of the rehabilitation for that area, that should be a red flag to your area. And I don't understand why we're not holding them accountable for this kind of stuff. More than just a normal person. It shouldn't be a slap on the wrist. It shouldn't even be what normal people would get. It should be very much extensive past that. Again, to deter something and not try to fix it.
And getting arrested for pointing firearms at cops, which he was shot for, rightfully so. Maybe you see the writing on the wall, Mount Vernon, and fire this broad before shit pops off, which it did. By the way, the shooting of young Chase, with his buddy in the black hoodie, his buddy in the black hoodie's definitely got a burner on him too, the way he's got his hands stuck in his pockets and he's walking around blading himself. I really hope NYPD snatch that son-bitch up. Can't let that just slip through your fingers. Although I will say, officer involved shooting, you're going to have some, you're going to be focused on that incident right there. You might let some other things slide for the moment. You can handle business when it comes to deadly force. So now we've met dumb Jennifer and her stupid gang member violent dummy of a son Chase. Let's learn more about this drive-by shooting where the getaway driver is a police commissioner. Now, mom and kiddo are currently indicted and locked up. Thank God. They got it right this time. And this is the chain of events per the indictment and investigation that I'm about to share with you. This all occurs on June 29th, 2026, so a little over a month ago, just before noon.
This wasn't very long ago, I guess, after all. I thought it was in 2023 for some reason. Maybe that was fucking Clancy or something like that. So much going on. Speaking of the Clancy, there's so many more cases that are similar. Like there was another woman that she unalived 2 of her kids and tried to unalive the 3rd. And it's like, is this a copycat? And it's like, no, it's just another freaking psychopath that we need to be paying attention to. And we're just starting to actually see because of the current conditions. Like, this has been going on for a while. The fact that Roe versus Wade was active for as long as it was, and then we took it away, they're not going to give up on that shit. And of course, they're not going to, admit that this is just another stepping stone from, well, if we were raped, then we should have the right to not have to deal with that consequence. Then I understand it to a certain extent, but that's why there's adoption available. Those adoptions, if they're for newborns, there's a waiting list for people waiting for those kids. I know it's 9 months of kind of agony, but deal with it. I'm sorry. I am, but that life didn't choose to be here either. Anyway, long story short, We need to be holding these people to a higher standard. Chaos, I wish this guy was my Diaz in boot camp. That's funny. Holmes said toxic feminism is worse than toxic masculinity. And that's exactly it. As far as I'm concerned, the only toxic masculinity is feminism. Because they're trying to be masculine with their feminism. So it is the only toxic masculinity because they're trying to be masculine. That is essentially toxic. So misandry would be toxic feminism, sure, I'm sure, but feminism itself is toxic masculinity as far as I'm concerned.
And it starts with Jennifer, her husband James, and young Chase driving up to the courthouse from their home. Now, Jennifer's driving. Her husband is in the back passenger seat, and her young son, Chase, is up there in the front passenger with them in their Chrysler Pacifica minivan. Oh, it was what a wonderful.
Yeah, Apprentice, all the heart hands along the motorcade is going to be an inspiration for others who aren't to that level of crazy that there may be copycats coming. That's a terrifying thought. It's a terrifying fucking thought. Thank you for the engagement, Apprentice.
Handsome family just driving together to their first family drive-by shooting. Once they arrive at the Bronx courthouse, Chase gets out and starts walking around the area, canvassing it, going to the rear of the courthouse looking for his ops, or rival gang members. During this time, Mom, Jen, and her husband, James, the dad of Chase, are chilling out in the Chrysler Pacifica, just texting one another, saying like, how do we go about this, honey? What exactly do you need?
Yeah, this is where it gets really wild. This is where it essentially locks in the premeditated actions. This cannot be anything but premeditated because of these text messages, as far as I'm concerned. Of course, this is a potato, talking, but...
This is Chase saying, be directly in front when I leave. And Mommy responds with, when? Oh, this seems like it's pre-planned. And you can't just walk away with, well, why was he telling you to meet you? Why was he telling you to pick you up? What do you mean when? Doesn't end there. Chase responds.
Homestead, what you put 19. What's 19? With the star, so you're trying. Right now. Holy shit. Sorry guys. My computer just froze up. I don't know if you can even hear me right now. What is going on? Close that fucking window. Can you let me know if you can even hear me in the chat? I might not have all messages on. Okay, so you can hear me. Can you see? I'm not moving. What is going on? Okay, so now you can hear me, but...
You can't just sit directly outside.
Okay, so you should be able to hear that. But my camera is not working. Yeah, visual frozen. Let me restart my camera here. Nope, that didn't help.
It has to be timed right. What has to be timed right?
Okay, that works.
What is it? What is the thing that has to be timed just right? Because this implies, right?
Pretty tired of this computer, I'm not gonna lie. This is pissing me off. Apprentice pest hater moment yet. Yeah, right. freaking just frozen in place. I don't know how to. It's gonna have to. Okay, give me just a second here. So apparently my camera video works, audio works, camera not working. Thank you for that information, Chaos. I said repeal the 19th too many times. Homestead. And no, this is my computer. This is my camera. My computer, my whole computer just froze up for a second and just stopped working. So I'm trying to figure out my camera right now because this is crazy. I've never seen this happen before. Maybe. Ha! There it is. Maybe that'll work. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, please, please be willing to support because I need a new camera, I guess. I don't know. So I've been really contemplating putting in 2 cameras. One that I want for like this setup and then one that I have for Discord, because if you're sharing the camera, it doesn't work right. And so I want to get 2 cameras set up so that when I'm on Discord and the people are on the panel, they can see me in real time and not have to watch the panel, or I'm sorry, the stream on the side. So if you would be willing to like donate anything at all, like even 50 cents, like I said before, anything helps a lot. Twitter is a black pill machine. Yeah, Static Age. I agree with that one for sure. Let's see. Camera works. Thank you very much for the feedback, guys. Appreciate you sticking through that. I know that we always have technical issues, so it's kind of like a given anymore, but doesn't mean I like it any better. It would be funny to just use a still pic and see how long it takes people to notice. Yeah, right. Just me. Anyway. Hey, Wolf, good to see you. I appreciate the engagement, buddy. I hope you're doing all right. Let's get through this so that we can get on to the clip that I really want to cover.
Ace and his mother, who are texting one another, are planning something. And this thing has to be timed out correctly. Timed out correctly so that he is picked up at the appropriate moment. Oh, jeez. Wonder what that thing is, considering that there's a shooting a couple minutes later. You try to wiggle your way out.
Oh, getting back to the conversation with the 19, I do have all of my chat on. That's the thing is I was searching and searching, trying to find out where that 19 came from, Homestead. So I'm still lost. But anyway, getting back to the conversation.
Out of that. Oh, I didn't know what he was doing. I don't know. Okay, well, he's texting you to pick him up, and you ask why and when. And he goes, well, this thing has to be done right. Well, what thing is that, Jennifer? What? She will not take the stand on this. I go on. Mom gets a little confused, right? She's not exactly sure what's going on. So what happens? Well, she parks the car, and James, her husband, and her swap spots. She goes to the front passenger.
This is again, like, you can't consider this not premeditated when they're switching spots. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, we need to get home. Something happened in the back seat and now we don't know what's going on. We don't want to have to figure it out. So we're just going to race home. That's why they shot and drove off. But no, they stop. They switch seats and Jennifer gets back into the driver's seat.
James becomes the driver now. During this time, young Chase puts on a poo-shiesty mask and starts getting back in his vehicle.
So they're just starting
around the area for a
bad.
little bit as a family. As a family. And that's when young Chase rolls down the rear passenger.
Oh, Wolf, you got some reports from the conspiracy world? I'm curious what you got. Drop them in the Discord and I'll go over them a little bit later or something like that. That's funny. They thought she was spamming, so censored the repeal word. Oh. Thanks, Apprentice. I think I'm on board with everybody now. Oh, man. I'm a potato. I'm a potato, guys. Give me a break. I'm just kidding. Notice how nobody wants women to have the right to vote until they arrive in Western countries. It's not out of some belief women are equal. It's not of hatred for Western kind. It's out of hatred for Western kind. That's fair. That's fair. I was spamming technically. You're a mod. You should have YouTube shouldn't be able to referee my spamming on my chat. That's some BS. If they can regulate the wording, they can regulate how that's said or whatever. They can keep it from being seen, but they should not be able to keep you from spamming. You as a mod should be the one who has to deal with that and take care of that. And of course, my freaking okay. So Vosh, just an update. I'm getting like 0 kilobits per second on my OBS. And so I'm running an internet speed test right now. See what I get here. Just an update for you if you're still listening. And it's not even contact there. It finally goes to contacting the server. So my internet must be really struggling today. Let's see. Fair. We all know the answer to no one and censor everything. YouTube. That's fair. Oh, we all know who they answer to for that matter, but yeah, yeah. Oh, we all know who they answer to, or they should. We should. Yeah, my internet's like half of what it should be, but hopefully it'll hold. Hopefully it'll hold because I really want to open up the panel. So reminder, we do open up the panel on Sundays after the stream now. So if you'd like to join the panel, it will be probably a little bit later than I wanted it to be. Shoot, I got to get through this. And then once we cover the next clip, then we'll go into the open panel and discuss those topics or anything that you'd like to. But yeah, exactly. Mods have inherent rights confirmed. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Anyway, get through this.
Window behind the driver's seat on the driver's side and licks off a bunch of rounds, hitting nothing, and Daddy takes off with Mommy in the front passenger seat. Now you might say, well, surely that's all, right? No. Because Mom and Dad could still say, well,
Thank you, Vosh. I appreciate you, buddy. I know that you're busy. Like I said, I just wanted to put the bug in your ear so that when we have some time, we can try to figure it out. Thank you.
we weren't exactly sure what was going on, what we were getting picked up for, and and then he shot stuff, and we just got so scared we drove away. What ends up happening later on, and during the course of them leaving the scene and then eventually getting home, is the car stops, and then Mom and Dad swap spots again. Jen!
So that's what I was referring to, is they swap spots again. So it's not like they were, oh my gosh, we were so scared we had to get home, like he mentioned. They stop, they switch spots, and just go on about their way. Like this is crazy.
Now becomes the driver. She drove to the location to drop off kiddo.
Mr. B.
To go scope out the shooting. She then swaps with Dad. Junior jumps back in. The shooting occurs. Dad drives off with Mom in the passenger seat and Junior in the back. They then pull up to a random location and Mom and Dad swap again. Oh, Mom's driving her shooter son. And you know what? Here's the damning part. Here's a little bit more damning for Mom. Don't you love?
She felt left out, so she wanted to get back into the main character syndrome.
When they just dig themselves a hole. Young Chase knows that there's probably been a description put out of the shooter. Possibly, right? I mean, Mom works for the police department. He might have some intimate knowledge of the information that would come out post-shooting or post-violent incident where 911 would be called and people are saying, look for this guy in that thing. And he changes out of the outfit that he has into another outfit in the car. So let's say he's wearing all black, which I think he was, like a Nike black tracksuit or something like that. He changes out of his black tracksuit with his poosh iced, shoves that in his freaking backpack, and then changes into white
Poosh
clothing.
iced always cracks me up.
Officer, I can't possibly be the man you're looking for.
Does anybody know if that's an actual term for a ski mask, a poosh iced? And where, if it is, where does it come from? That is so funny.
Believe the man you're looking for is in a black jumpsuit, where I am wearing white. The
And he had
family
a
then
poosh
drives
iced
all
on,
the way
I
back
don't,
to their
right?
home, and young Chase eventually gets his crap out of his car and goes back into the house. What a family affair. And then the arrest happens, and thank God, finally, there's $75,000 bail put on these people. But even then, is that enough? You've got a corrupt public official that's intimate knowledge of police and police tactics, is now assisting her violent gang member son in the third violent crime with the firearm that he's committed. But hey, what if they're just a victim of society, of the system? How ironic.
Of course, he's just a victim. He's a victim. He's being oppressed. Wolf, if I may ask, Tater, can I run a Gypsy Crusader fight watch along in Discord next week? I have no idea what that is. So get a hold of me in Discord and we can figure it out. I'm not opposed to it, but I'll definitely have to verify what it is, and so that we all are on the same page. But yeah, definitely jump in the Discord and drop it in like the topic suggestions channel or something like that. And then that way I can take a look at it. Wolf, that's a question that won't be overlooked in Discord. Yeah, I appreciate that, Homestead. Okay.
In court, arrested for the thing that they did in front of that court. The violent act that they did in
Wolf.
and around outside of the court. They were going to shoot somebody in front of it. Now they are there, chilling, waiting to be arraigned. How ironic. Isn't it ironic? Oh, good news! Yeah, Stan's getting arrested. Oh, that's fantastic. Rightfully so, all of them getting their fantastic charges together. Finally, Chase is remanded into custody, meaning there's no bail. He's staying here. We've got enough evidence here to show that he's got it, that he ain't getting out anywhere, because he's going to run. Good. To quote her attorney, Miss Lackland has for 20 years dedicated her professional life to the health and healing of impacted communities. What the does that even mean? Oh, for like, I don't know, 20 years they didn't commit any crime, and then he brutally murdered his wife and 37 donkeys.
They're a perfectly fine person. They just did a innocent mistake, right? It's like Clancy right now. What the fuck? Static Age are the panel topics, the videos we're showing. Yeah, pretty much. So for anybody that would like to know, because we do have a decent amount in the chat, we are doing an open panel. Anybody is welcome to join that open panel. It is in my Discord. You'll have to join the Discord, go through the process to get access to the Discord, which is reading the rules and accepting the emoji of multiple potatoes. Once you get into the Discord, you go to the Tater Talks vetting room, and you can get on the panel, and we're going to be talking about the topics at hand, or we can talk about something other than that if you guys want to talk about something else. As we get more people onto the panel, then we'll obviously adhere to what we were talking about so that there's some semblance of order to it. And I might be doing something a little bit different. I was going to try to start doing it on Thursday, but we didn't really have a panel. But as people join, you're going to take on the number as you join. So if you join, the first one is going to be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. So as I ask questions, it will go round table. So 1 is the first one to be able to answer that question, then 2, then 3. And if 1 doesn't want to answer, they say, I'm good, pass, or whatever, so that there's some semblance of order from here on out so that people aren't trying to cut each other off. People get a chance to talk, and we're not having to butt heads as often in our panels. So we'll try to do that. We'll see how it works out. And if it doesn't work out real well, we'll think of something else. I think that's how he tries to do it, Static. Yeah, that's that. Appreciate the information back to him, mods.
Give a shit what your past is, lady. You're out here helping your son commit murder against other violent gang members, of which I gotta hate defense attorneys so much sometimes. They try their best. I know they have to, but my God, for 20 years she's been doing a really good job. Has she? Because, like I said earlier, and I'm gonna harp on this, if your son's been doing stupid violent shit and is a gang member, like a noted gang member since at least August of 2024, so 2 years, right? A known gang member, arrested 2 times already over the past 2 years. You're gonna tell me that she's so good at her job, that she's this amazing person in this position to do all these great things, but yet she's somehow unable to identify the issues with her son and assist him? So much so that now 2 years after the confirmed violent gang member arrests, right? She's now assisting him in murder, in drive-by shootings, in planned homicides. Hey, for 20 years she's been great. Oh, I doubt that. I doubt that. She's helping rehabilitate people. So much so that her son became a violent gang member, continued to be a violent gang member, and then she decided to assist him in a homicide, an attempted homicide, where they stalked somebody into a courthouse, and then decided they were gonna kill him in front of that courthouse? Nah, I ain't buying that shit. Nah, she's been dirty since day one. She gets put in 2020. The kid's 20 years old now, been a violent gang member for a while. So 15, at least 18, he's been identified as a violent gang member. So likely 17 is when it started. He starts, hanging out with shitheads. So even at a minimum, 2 years after she's hired as a police commissioner, her shithead son, since 2023, has been involved in violent gang activity. And she's been like, oh, a pillar in the community? I pray. This is one of these moments where I would
I'm sorry, but this can't be a one-off. If her son is an active member in a gang and she knows about it, which obviously she does, and she has been okay with it, regardless of her position, she's complacent. She's possibly co-mingling with this. And again, the position just makes it all that much worse.
Love the FBI to investigate that police department, the Mount Vernon Police Department. Not because they suck, but some of it's probably because they suck. But to see if Mama Bear, Jen, was abusing her position in law enforcement to assist her son in his criminal activity. Oh boy. All we need is her to look up one violent gang member that opposes her son's gang. And
exactly.
That's it. Why is the deputy commissioner looking up gang members? Oh, well, she's the one of wellness. She's trying to reach out with people. And is she using that police gathered information, that intelligence, to assist or inform her son about other violent gangs and where they're at and what they're doing? That's what I would look at. Oh, yeah. Because if it just happens once, skewer her.
And the problem is this makes it harder for every other police commissioner in the nation to have a fair benefit of the doubt, because at this point in time, any one of them can be doing the same thing, and we wouldn't know until something like this happens and they're sussed out. So this is why I say they need to be being held to a higher standard. How often did she search for things like this, like the flock cameras? How many times have these officers been caught searching for their ex-girlfriend's plate? How many times have they been caught running searches on gymnasiums and pools and parks? Anybody that has enough money can purchase that database. This database should be completely and utterly locked down. So why isn't it held to a even higher standard on this one? Thank you, Homestead and Apprentice. Apprentice is vetting to get you prepared for the open panel. Get in there. Chaos says Jennifer was a DEI failure, and I highly doubt it was the only one.
Way to support the channels, get yourself a shirt. Pow!
So again, Angry Cops, definitely check that one out. We'll move on to this before it gets too much later, so that we can get on to our panel for too much longer. Hey, Beatrix, good to see ya. Appreciate the engagement. I hope you're doing all right. I don't know if I saw you last Sunday, so I think I was waiting for you to come on before I ended my stream, and I didn't ever see you. So it's good to see ya. Good to see ya. All right, so this again comes from Jess White. So if you guys know Jess White, let her know that this has been reacted to so that she can go check it out. And if you don't know that she has her own channel, she is like kind of on a hiatus. She doesn't have very many videos. She has 3 videos, but she has 758 subscribers. She's kind of going on a hiatus. Like she hasn't really been doing anything. And I guess these are privatized. So just keep that in mind, but give her the love because she did an awesome job in this. Now, this was a year ago, which is part of the reason that I'm like excited to show it because a year ago, and since then, I'm pretty sure Andrew has gone back on his word. So he lied. He lied, dang it. Just kidding.
Can't have a dialogue.
I know already she is not starting from a place of good faith.
Oh, it's not
Okay.
And if you don't know Natty, former MRA, I'm almost positive I recognize this voice. She's had multiple debates with Andrew personally, and she's always trying to get him on the smoking down a cigarette, Andrew. Like it's like this big old problem and shit. It's so ridiculous. I do not like this woman.
Good place, a good
So,
face.
Jessica,
She won't let you
I
frame
can
it.
explain
Won't let you frame
my
it.
reasoning. That's not just how I feel about Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Even though.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Homestead. I didn't even really mention the Crucible, and that's the channel that I'm covering too. So Jess White is on the Crucible here. So if you haven't checked out the Crucible, definitely check out the Crucible. Appreciate the dropping of the links in the chat. Check out Jess White and the Crucible, of course.
Some of the feelings that we all feel about Andrew are probably justified in the sense that
Their feelings, how can they be? Well, you can be justified in your feelings, but that's it. You can't use them as a like factual thing because you feel that he's a bad guy because he smokes cigarettes or something like that. That doesn't make him a bad guy.
he is a bully in the way that he engages with people.
Oh, he's a bully.
He doesn't start from good faith, and that brings up
Good faith.
feelings in people that are legitimate
called
and
being a
should be
decent
listened
person,
to. You're
Andrew.
supposed
Right,
to
I
be
know. I'm
informed
terrible.
by your feelings, not reject them.
Yeah, I see that
Just
she got
like you're
muted again.
probably
I see
being
that.
informed by your
all you
feelings
gotta
right
say
now.
is say you're just a fat cunt and then leave.
Jesus.
Do you agree to start this without you trying to be like, well, I just don't know what your problem is. And it's like, okay, you're not starting from a place where we're actually having a conversation and you are actually going to hear me and listen to me properly.
You can't tell me if I've come in here in good faith or not.
Well,
you don't
I
know
can.
that.
So
Only
far,
I know
so
that.
far,
You
you're
can't
not
tell me what I
displaying.
think.
Okay,
And I've
are
noticed
you
anyone
going
who's
to
talking
listen?
with
Are you
you,
going to listen
say
to my?
it's coming in bad faith.
Are
This chick
you
never
going
lets
to
anybody talk
listen
except
to
her.
what I have to say about?
Yeah, again, this is why I don't like Natty. She never shuts up long enough for anybody to rebut her side. Why I'm having such a hard time with the sophistry debates and the blood sports and all of that. We need to get back to letting our opponent have their say. If you can't be reasonable, if you can't be, you're the one who wants equality. You keep shouting about equality. So why can't you give me equality when it comes to my side of the debate? We need to get back to the dialectical and the ability to allow that other person to speak. Speaking of dialectical, the dialectically challenged gentleman that came onto the panel on Thursday, the only person that was joining my panel, appreciated him a lot. And he was able to speak his piece, stop what he was saying and say, yeah, Tater, what do you think? We need to get back to that idea. The ability to give each other the space to talk. Dialectical debates should be closer to an interview than anything else. Beatrix, currently trying to decide if I want to stay home and clean my house and make dinner, or if I want to shirk responsibility and run away to the woods. Run away, Beatrix, run away. I hear that. I vote clean and cook. You got to come out of the woods at some point. Based. That's very true. AC Matters in Air Fryer, Texas, where I currently reside. What the hell? I tried to join. I ended up having to completely delete and reinstall Discord. Damn it, Static Age. That is fucking wild. Can you join now? Are you able to join now? Homestead Apprentice said, fair point. I forget because my beloved rib always has taken care of that. Fair enough. All right, get back to this.
Andrew, I was just going to start interrupting.
Guess what? He's told me to shut the fuck up too, and I don't care.
Oh, right. Another lady that has been told to
Non-existent,
shut the
I
fuck
don't
up, and she thinks it's okay.
Can you guys hear Jess? She's kind of quiet, so I'm assuming you can hear, but Natty is very much louder than she is. Of course, she's the host, so she's got to turn herself up and everybody else down, I'm sure. But can you hear her?
Tell people to shut the fuck up when they need it. You know, women say
Why
dumb
do you
shit.
think that's okay? That's not okay.
She won't even let her
That's
talk.
not
Women
okay.
say dumb shit and do dumb shit.
No,
They need
no,
to be
they
told.
do. Listen, women do not do dumb.
That's fair, Static Age. Like I said, if no one else joins, you're welcome to come in on talks about something else if you'd like. And if one other person wants to join and talk about something else, that's fine too. But yeah, you don't have to join if you don't want to. Don't feel like you have to. I'm just letting you know that we don't have to talk about this. He's got a towel. Run away. He's got a towel. Run away. Man, those towels, when they snap, when you got wet towel and they snap, they can split skin, bro. You got to be careful of a towel. I saved this stream in my YouTube public playlist, so many streams happened at once. That's fair. That's fair. Wait, who's all streaming that right now? That's kind of crazy. Anyway. Thank you, Homestead.
World is fucked.
Oh, okay.
You end
No,
up
again, more women. Another woman coming in here who thinks that taking Andrew's abuse is some kind of badge of honor. I get it. I used to be more like this too, and I'm just like, holy crap, women.
Andrew's
no.
abuse.
Just no. This whole attitude is based on the viewpoint that women are worse than men
Fair,
somehow,
Beatrix.
based on the gynocentrism viewpoint that I've been talking about for the last 3 hours. Okay? I will go over it again.
so fucking
and I'm
mad.
gonna I'll unmute, but I'm gonna go over it again.
Jess White's like, well, they do need to shut the fuck up sometimes. She's like, no, they don't. They're the best.
Right? And I really just want you to listen to what I have to say, and I won't argue with you anymore. I won't bite back. Okay? Jessica, do you agree to that? Put your hand up if you agree to that.
Because you're muted. Because she's muted. So she can't even agree.
Well, she hasn't put her hand up.
Fucking ridiculous. Like, so this is part of the reason why I don't really care for the X spaces. I'll listen to them, but I don't know how much I'd want to interact with them because like they always mute when you're not talking or something like that. And then you have to put your hand up, which is this little indication right here. And then they'll get to you when they feel like getting to you, if they even get to you. And Jess White, she's got her muted, but she won't let her, like, Jess White doesn't know how to put her hand up, I guess, at this point. She's probably learned since then, but she doesn't know at this point in time, so she can't react. And she's just like, what do you got to say about that? And it's like,
well, you fucking have her
her.
muted.
Exactly.
Jessica.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
All right. Well, so then I will say one more time what my problem with Andrew is, and it's not all of these artificial, shallow-based arguments about
That's an old
women's
joke, man.
feelings and blah, blah, blah.
That's an old joke,
No.
King.
It's actually, it's deeper than that.
It's deeper.
And you say you weren't here earlier when I was going through the arguments.
Mm-hmm.
Were you?
She didn't have any
Or not?
arguments.
I don't know. Were you listening earlier?
I'm just really glad that Andrew's there to tell women to shut the fuck up when they need it, because there's some cunt women out there that
Base, Jess, base. I'm just glad that Andrew's there to tell women to shut the fuck up when they need it.
No, well, I'm not one of those women. And
Yeah, you are, Natty. Multiple times I've heard him have to say, shut the fuck up.
I don't know. You've displayed a lot of it.
No, I have not.
You'll be alone with
Andrew's
your
abuse.
cats.
I'm
You
trying
do
to move up the
realise
ranks.
that. No
Yeah.
man's going to want to put up with you.
Oh, I'm married with 4 children, but
I appreciate the support, especially when you only support a couple of channels. It means a lot to me to see people that are either loyal to me or only have a couple that they're trying to keep track of, because eventually it gets overwhelming, right? I have a lot of other streamers that I'm trying to support. That's part of the reason why, like earlier, I was talking to Wi-Fi, and I need to get back into those other streamers' chats and be mingling with the chat so that people see me and I can bring them to my channel. But there's so many that I follow, and I've got so much that I'm trying to do myself that I'm just watching them in the background, right? But I cannot tell you how much I appreciate those ones that are for me, essentially, right? Because I need it. I hate that on X. I can't raise the hand. AI says clicking the mic icon is how to raise your hand, but it's just how to unmute yourself. It's annoying when you're trying to be respectful to the host. Oh, frick. Yeah. I have no idea about X, and that makes sense. Plus, the audio on X streams cuts out all the time. Yeah, that's stupid. Potato Thursday and today are a no-go for me today because of work. Oh, bummer, dude. Fair enough. Yeah, like I said before, no one has to join the panel if you don't want to. I'll continue to just fill the space, but I'll probably continue to go for the 4 hours now that I've started the 4 hours. 2 hours for the stream, 2 hours for the open panel. If nobody joins the open panel, I'll just fill the space. That way we get used to that schedule. I'll do my best to get my shit done throughout the week, so I have the full 4 hours and stuff. Beatrix, I'm fine. I'm putting my phone down now to go make my future me better. Fair enough, Beatrix. I appreciate the listen. I really appreciate the listen. That's all that really matters. Homestead. Win. W's in the chat for Beatrix for that one. It's hard to adult, but it's good. It's good.
Thank you for trying anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. See how long that fucking lasts. I feel sorry for your husband. Sorry. I know you don't have a manly man. Already, I can tell that.
I want energy.
Okay, hang on. So, Jessica, I don't think you're in a headspace for me to go through. Like,
who the is not in the headspace to go through it? Jess has been completely and utter respectfully to her until she started to just interrupt her and be kind of a bee about it. And now Jessica's trying to have to take a little bit of a stance to it. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about women should have the ability to be women, to be feminine. We expect our women to be submissive, meek, feminine women, but then when we need them to be out in the field, then it's, oh, well, now you need to be a masculine female. That's confusing to them. We don't like being confused. We don't like it when they say, well, you're supposed to keep your emotions in check, but we want you to be more emotionally intelligent, or whatever the saying is, and they want us to basically act out like these ice-throwing things that are going on now. Oh, we're acting out our anger, which makes it even easier to act out the anger the next time to other things. But when a man does that, then we're a misogynist. We got anger issues. But the women are being celebrated for doing this shit, wasting ice. Wild.
Everyone's righteous and fucking. You're the only one that's righteous, and everyone else is bad. I get it.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't think
anyone
like
that disagrees with you is a problem.
No,
They're all
I don't.
terrible people.
I don't think like that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. It's very apparent with Andrew that you think that way, because every time you debate with Andrew, it's always, well, you're not smoking another cigarette, Andrew. Trying to get him on the stupid technicality because you think that it's unchristian, like, to smoke, when you have no idea what the Bible talks about.
That's by the devil on their state.
I don't think like that.
Let me deal with
Sound like a teenage
No.
girl crying on the fucking internet. Like, when are you gonna grow up?
You don't need to.
How old are you?
What are you, 40?
Please just
I bet you're 40, 50.
let me deal with her.
Oh dear.
Don't you think it's about time to grow up?
Crickets. I don't hear shit. Just, what are you, 40? Chirp, 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 chirp. Oh, where's my sound? There it is. Oh, it's so low you can't even hear it. Dang it. Voice mod found a problem with your audio. It's lame. Oh, there it goes. Woohoo! Potato moment.
I've got 4 children. Of course,
You
I've
act
grown
like
up.
a teenager.
Exactly,
I don't act
Bandit.
like a teenager.
Yes, you do.
Mm,
Bitching and moaning and crying on the internet like a little fucking 14-year-old girl.
Can I deal with her,
mm.
please? Just give me maybe.
Hey, I came in
35
here.
seconds.
I came in here in good faith, and
No,
she
you
wanted to accuse
didn't.
me of something that I
You
fucking
didn't.
wasn't. Fuck
You
her.
didn't
She
come
want to
in
be a
good
cunt. She
faith.
can get cunt back.
You didn't
That's how it
come
works
in
in
good
my
faith.
fucking.
Yeah, I agree with that one, Static Age. I think participating in Jerry Springer like content that plays on passions is far worse than smoking cigs. Yeah, I agree with that one for sure. Exactly, Bandit. Crickets. Nothing. They had nothing to say. She had nothing to say at first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Respect is given where it's fucking earned, bitch. You can't demand it.
I didn't
Bitches like
demand it.
you, that's why you don't get respect by men.
Get it, Jess. Boost. Natty, just shut up for a second and let people talk. That's how you gain respect from others. Period. And anybody else that's listening to this, he's seeing this at any point in time in the future. We got to let each other talk. If you really want the truth, which a lot of lefties don't, but if you really want the truth, you got to give them the right to speak their piece so that you can suss out their side. In debating, one of the first steps that you need to be doing is trying to defeat your own argument so that you know your argument that much better. That's why the steel man is such an effective tool in a actual dialectical debate. And that's why when I do have more debates started, one of the things that I will be implementing is probably something that you won't see anywhere else, and it's a scoring system of sorts. Now, I'm not sure exactly how that'll work yet, but I want it to be you're benefited by giving dialectical debate tactics, such as a steel man. You're docked for doing things such as a straw man. Fallacies in general should give you docked points. And then at the end, so this is something I haven't spoke about on panel or on channel for a while, but I want to create a debate judging team so that when we have a debate on my channel, you're watching in the back, you're just in the audience, and then you come to me and you tell me who you think won. And we take a tally of that. And then we take a tally of the audience. And we see how much that differs from popularity to actual debating. And so if you'd like to be on the debate team, join the Discord, and we'll get you in that channel once we've vetted you out and sussed you out to make sure that we're not going to have any issues with your debate style, you're not going to have any issues with our debate style, those kind of things, and get you into the debate channel, or I'm sorry, debate judge debate, whatever. Anyway, humbling oneself can improve oneself. Can? Nah, it will. It will every single time. By humbling yourself, true humbling it will always be an improvement. I'm talking about whatever. Do you guys still agree now? Wait. Yeah, I do agree with you, Static Age. I think they do too. Prentice points up at it. That's funny. That sounds interesting. What are you referring to, Craig? Are you talking about them in the chat or me? Let us know ahead of time so I could know to invite people who trust have proven based judgment. Yeah. So you're talking about that judge panel. Definitely hit me up in the Discord. And if anybody wants to join, obviously they'll have to go through some kind of a vetting process. I haven't figured out what kind of a vetting process yet, but I want to do something different in the debate scene, and I think this will be a different scene for sure. Beatrix, I'm trying to be a better listener. Fair enough. Yeah, what Homestead Wench says, we watch whatever, but not to praise it. That's for sure. It's more of a making fun of the women And sometimes the style anymore, it seems like. I don't know. Things are going downhill anymore. I trust some people's judgment here. That's fair. I'm glad we've earned some trust. Yes, the judge panel thing today or another time. We won't be doing it today. So like on Monday, we might do something for it because it is the debate, but it'll be on a one-on-one debate kind of a thing. So anybody interested? I do amateur debates as well as our Thursday night open panel. And we have Mr. B and Elric. They're going to be doing a fun dialectical debate on Monday. It is not going to be the same as a normal debate, but it's just like fun. It's fish don't feel the feelings as other mammals and birds, I think is what the kind of the prompt. Anyway, long story short, we won't necessarily need the panel for that one, and it's not for like the next debate per se, but it's just starting to build that up for a debate in the future. But anyway, I'll shut up about my going-ons.
You can make it. Women like that don't deserve it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it either, Donald. It's pretty good.
You've really been paying attention and taking in all the misogyny. I know. It's hard.
Oh, yeah.
Taking in all the misogyny. Like, what the again, feminism is the only toxic masculinity. Misogyny, maybe not. There's probably some misogynists out there. I would say maybe a third of what they think it is, but if that.
Yep.
It is.
I love my man and he loves me.
That's awesome, Jess. If you ever see this, based. And congratulations. We need more people that are willing to out and out say, I am happy where I'm at, who I'm with, and I don't need to justify that to you.
Great marriage. How's yours going?
35 seconds.
Fine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bandit, it's a fun dialectical debate. We don't need to prove it. It's just, this is how I feel, this is how I see it, and this is how they see it. It's to hone that debate tactic. And both of these interlocutors are actually really good debaters, so it'll be an interesting experience to watch. But it's this one especially is to promote the idea of these fun dialectical debates. Come view it, come watch it. It may not be your cup of tea, but it's going to be hey, come debate with us and build your debate tactics, build your debate style, and then come on to a Friday night debate, or not a Friday night debate. Those were what we did with Tyler, but do them we'll do them on Sundays or something like that, maybe after the stream. I don't know. Anyway, then we have our amateur one-on-one debates where you actually have something on stake to debate about. And that's where we're trying to gear toward. Thank you, Mr. B. It's about thinking on your feet and coming up with answers on the fly. Yeah, exactly. So we might pull like sources on some of them, but more than likely, like this one especially, we're not pulling sources. Like, it's not dialectical debate. We're going to be trying to do as much of the, I'm giving you my 3 sources, you're going to give me your 3 sources ahead of time so that we can suss out and try to learn each other's style or other's position. Because again, if you don't know the other person's position enough to defeat it, you're just running around in circles and beating your head against a wall. We need to move the conversations forward.
I'm sure that sounded real convincing.
Yeah, it sure did. It sure did.
Okay.
What, you giving me 35 seconds?
Are you done now, Jessica? Sorry, veteran, are you talking?
No,
I'm sorry that I hurt your
just
feelings.
wanted 35 seconds to deal with the anchor cat lady. 35
And that
seconds.
audio is
But
so quiet.
I don't think she is a cat lady though. She doesn't sound like a cat lady to me.
You sound like a cat lady. I guess it takes one to know one. So yeah, I guess you would know if she's not a cat lady, which Jess is not a cat lady. She's married and has kids. What are you talking about?
Crazy.
Far from that.
Just 35
Well,
seconds.
I'm not gonna call. I'm sorry. I don't think. Look, I'm.
That's fair, Bandit. Yeah, no, it's just for fun. For funsies. It's like the, sandwich or a hot dog is a sandwich, or is it a wedge? I think they finally decided in the Discord that it's considered a wedge. So that could be another debate. Is a wedge an actual classification? Those kind of things. So they're just fun. They're just, again, something to give content, something for people to watch. And like I've said before, I'm going to start doing some chill streams where I just sit and talk with you guys like we did at the first of this stream. It was a little bit longer than I expected it to be, so we might just start doing those as chill streams. Now, I might do those on like a vertical. And so we get more of that crowd in. I don't know. We'll see. I've thought about it.
Look, as much as I fight back a bit, no. I know loads of Australians, lady.
That loud boisterous laugh.
They're doing it's so funny. This is the funniest thing ever.
You know why Andrew has so many Australians that actually respect him? Because he talks just like we do.
Oh my god.
Wait, no, he doesn't. He doesn't talk like this. He doesn't say shrimp on the barbie. Sorry, that was mean. But yes, he does talk a lot like the Australians. Very blunt and to the point. Being kind in what he says and not nice. Like I used to be. I used to be nice. Oh, does this dress make me look fat? No, honey, it doesn't. That's funny. Hey, Aries Van Dam, welcome back. I'd love to debate on your show. Yeah, so if you like, I don't know if you're part of my Discord or not, but most of the and we don't have to do it on Discord, like, but most of the preparation, there we go. Good Lord. Preparation will go on my Discord. And so if you'd like to join my Discord, hop on in, get verified, and then we'll figure out where to drop the information on what you want to debate on and see if we can get somebody to debate with you. I'm sure we could probably figure that out. Prentice says, are you in the Discord, Aries? Thursdays is a great day to join, Aries. Yeah, Thursday, the panels would be awesome to have you on. Get an idea of where you stand and what we can figure out what you'd be like to debate on. Hey, Kyle rode the dinosaur. Yeah, who can't. Thank you very much for the engagement. Good to see you, Kyle. Let's see. Yeah, if you're part of the Discord, it takes a little bit to get verified or to get leveled up to level 4 to be able to see the whole Discord. But it doesn't take like more than an afternoon if you actually stay engaged. So if you're not part of the Discord, hop on in and we'll figure it out. Beatrix, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. Yeah, right. That's funny. I debated First Amender on his show last week. I'll give you a link to see the style. Fair enough. Let's see. Appreciate it, Kyle. You guys are funny.
That's why.
Yeah, I know. I know what Australians are like.
Yeah. So why do you have a problem with him and not all of Australia? You might as well. You have the same attitude. Every fucking point you've tried to make, you might as well hate most of the people here because they're like that too.
Right?
Okay, I don't hate Andrew.
She's a Karen.
I've never said I hated
Then
him.
why are you crying like a bitch on the internet?
I'm not crying.
Jess. That's so funny. For real though, why are you crying like a little bitch?
Already look dumb, and then you fucking drag it out to look even more dumb.
No, I don't look dumb.
You know how much you make women look bad? You think you're being a hero for women? You're doing the opposite, girl.
Okay.
Give me 2 minutes.
Nah, yeah, right.
Whoa.
No,
Oh yeah, I'm a hoe. You know a lot, mate.
Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have a dick. That's right. You're superior.
No,
even though you talk that much shit about how women should be respected, and then you're telling another man to shut the fuck up and call him a hater. Fucking hypocrite.
Fucking hypocrite.
Oh yes. Oh.
She has a point.
She does have a point.
Yes, she has a lot of points.
Are you already Smith?
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make.
Here it comes.
Based on recent events and recent revelations, this perhaps is the first time in a long time, months, that a woman has convinced me of anything. But I must say that I've had a change of heart based on Jess White, and I think Australia is real, boys. I think Australia is real. She's convinced me that it's real. It's a real place. It's a real place full of savage women who absolutely decimate these horrible, awful fucking women on the internet. I am now convinced. A woman has convinced me of something. That's a big L for me. Big L for Andrew. I'm going to state emphatically it has to be a real place. It has to be. Just tuned in to the mayhem. What the fuck did I just join into?
What the fuck did I just join into?
He wants 2 minutes with a hoe. Yeah, I know. It's fucking wild.
That was wild Andrew, to say like he did. Like, give me 2 minutes with this hoe. Like, it was like, what?
A real place.
I've lived my life just here waiting for you, mate. Yep.
Yeah, so Apprentice, that was what I was talking about last time when so I don't know if you saw it in the Discord, but Chaos was mentioning it. Like, what is YouTube doing changing my words? And I thought it was because I made her a mod, but apparently that's just something that Google or YouTube does.
The meme is done. The meme is over.
The meme is done, he says. The meme is done, he says. So why in the last year has he said that Australia doesn't exist? He's lying. Liar. I'm just kidding.
Changed by a single woman in a single space. It's done. Rooks at War says, stop simping. Unfortunately, sir, this is not simping. It's a statement of...
Unfortunately, it's not simping? Wait, what, Andrew? Unfortunately. I think he meant to say fortunately. Maybe. You trying to simp for Jess? Just kidding, Andrew.
Fact. The meme is done. It is indeed a real place.
You.
Fair enough, Apprentice. Yeah. It was weird when I first started streaming and I started seeing it. I was like, what is going on between these two chats? Because I see, like, I have 3 different chats. So I have my stream on my OBS. It gives me a chat. And then on my live stream access panel on YouTube, it gives me a chat. And then because I have to have them on my, so I can highlight them like this, I've got a 3rd chat that I have to keep track of. It gets overwhelming at times. I didn't dabble in being a polymath to have Google translate languages incorrectly, Mr. B. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Apparently.
What, I act like one? Because my man actually approves and co-signs. So what do you say about that? He's the only man I give a fuck about, say. I don't give a fuck about your say.
Nice.
Okay. I don't want to continue with this type of tone with anyone, to be honest.
Oh.
I knew that you were going to be like this, which is why I was like trying to draw it out, and it's been drawn out.
Uh-huh.
But
who wouldn't be like this against you, Natty? You're a freaking, like, you never stop talking and you act like you're better than everybody else whenever you're on a panel or anything like that. You think you're better than Andrew when you're debating him. Everything is just about you. So, of course, people are going to act like Jess did here, like Andrew does with you. We got to try to make you realize that you're not better than anybody else. You're a human just like us.
at the same time,
Uh-huh.
I really
Unless
don't
you're
want
not. I mean, I guess you could be something completely else. I don't know.
to talk to you like this. So I don't
Pure
want to
fucking
respond to
coke.
you in this way, and you don't want, and you seriously want to shout at me, saying I'm crying and witching and whatever. And
It's true. Where Jake Rattlesnake failed, Jessica White succeeded. Rattlesnake failed. He was owned in the debate with me on Australia. He knows it. He knows it. And then he brought fake money even into the studio, trying to be a piece of shit. It wasn't real money because it was...
He's such an a-hole, that Jake. I guess they, it shows that they love each other, right? Where's the love? It says the Tater Apprentice. I guess. What am I saying?
Brian's money, so we know it wasn't from Australia. But she has proven it. Jess is awesome. You need to call Jake and let him know the Australian news. I do. We need to let him know. She's convinced me it's a real place.
like, I'm going to go over.
So
it
yeah, if anybody's watching this, next time he says that Australia isn't real, Show him this. Tell him, hey, you said you're a liar. See how well that goes over, right? Awesome, Hillbilly. Did it sell for what you wanted it to? Did you get everything you hoped for?
Me. Okay. And me and Vesuvi were having a reasonable conversation earlier, and so was Earthy was getting involved. Maybe he can start talking again. All right? Because like I didn't come on the internet to start shouting and hurling abuse at people. I just defend myself when people start doing that, right? Okay? So I'll try one more time.
Yeah, Mr. E, get a hoodie out to Jessica White. She's a good mod over here. Isn't she a mod for the Crucible anyway? Didn't we already send her something like that? Another drop bear victim. Farewell, Andrew. May God have mercy.
So, send her it again. No one can ever have too much swag. Prentice, you tried to gaslight us. You're human just like us. I don't know. I don't know what I am. No, but I made a foster child happy. Oh, no. Well, I'm glad you made a foster child happy, but hopefully it was enough to make it worth it, I guess.
Mercy on your soul. I'm sorry, but Australia's real, boys.
And then if not, we'll just maybe remove you from speaker. And I don't think it's helping by insulting
It's her
her.
birthday, Mr. E. Get a hoodie out to her.
We've gone over a lot of all this stuff earlier, right?
Hey, it's her birthday. You needed to get her more than just a hoodie then.
Jessica, I don't know if you know anything about me, but
Need to figure out when Jess White's birthday is so that we can give her the birthday celebration she gave me, man.
Men's rights activist. I was 6 years.
Sure you were.
Doing men's rights activism. I was in deep. I organized an event for 3 years in a row. I've done all kinds of stuff. I know all the major.
Beyond that note, Beatrix, when is your birthday so we can give you a birthday party?
Players.
This is the secret knowledge argument, by the way. Right? This is always the secret knowledge argument. Oh, I was a part of this community, so I have secret knowledge about it that you don't have. Therefore, everything that I say is true. It's always bullshit. Most of people.
Oh, thank you for posting that, Mr. B. Yeah, my Patreon is going to have the shirts like this one here. So Potato Truths, Leave Minds Blown, right? This is on my Patreon. I have 3 other shirts that are on my Patreon. I'm trying to get other swag posted there. I don't have any actual product yet. It's just print to order. So if you'd like to order something, usually it goes through my Patreon. You can get a hold of me on Discord. We can go through Venmo or something like that too. But basically, get me the money. Tell me what you want. I'll order it, and we'll get it to you directly. If that concerns you, maybe we'll do half up front, half when it's to you, something like that. But anyway, long story short, join the Patreon. It does have other content. So I'm going to be trying to post things that you don't see on YouTube on my Patreon. I've done a little bit, but I'm going to try to get more on there. And you might have to pay for that content on my Patreon, but it will be different than what you find free on YouTube. Anyway, Homestead W. Jess. Yes, absolutely.
People who make the secret knowledge claim, the secret knowledge argument. When you dive into it, you realize, oh, they were a part of some tangential community and were never a part of any of the key players at all. They never had anything to do with anything. Nobody's ever fucking heard of them. And that's usually what happens with the secret knowledge argument.
I've been around the manosphere for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, longer than 6 years, but...
Been around for a long time, but you haven't seemed to learn anything, have you? Spicy. What did I do now? I need to remember exactly what all I say so that I can respond in kind when people talk about me like that in the chat. What did I do? I'm just kidding. I am a dictator after all.
That's what I was doing for 6 years. I was in the right-wing political sphere as well, and I helped with nationalistic politics in the UK.
Australia is real. What about big cartography? Is that all a grift? There's
So,
no big
like, been there,
cartography.
done that.
Indeed, Beatrix. There you go. Don't ever have a birthday again, I guess. I don't. I'm too old for birthdays.
Clearly.
Yeah, all of this stuff about how women need to be told this and It's, you know, women need to be put back in their place, this kind of thing, this kind of stuff that you're espousing now. You know, I've already investigated or
Yeah, secret
embraced
knowledge.
some of that rhetoric.
She has secret knowledge.
Gonna get clipped.
Has held that position that women weren't being held accountable for a very long time. But I don't know what that noise is.
And just a friendly, you know, put out there, if you ever want to clip up my content and put it on your channel or anything like that, feel free to. I am definitely not trying to copyright my content. The only thing that would be concerning is if there's other content that I've copyright pulled that you wouldn't want to necessarily get the claim on your channel. But anything that you'd like to clip up and make fun of me, I call myself a potato. I guess one way or another I'll go viral, right?
Who's that?
So you're a feminist, eh?
No, I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist. I've never been a feminist, and I'm not a feminist now.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say? You're one of the most feministic people I've ever met, Natty. I don't know her personally, but you know what I mean.
Then why do you care if Andrew's out to get feminism?
I didn't say Andrew's out to get feminism. I said.
But you've made points about it. You've talked about it on here multiple times, so obviously it matters to you.
Oh, I will answer
No,
that
I'm not. Okay, be quiet, please. Sorry. I have a very specific thing that I'm talking about, and it's not just about feminism.
Fair enough, Static Age. Fair enough. All right, so that wraps up everything that I had to cover. So this opens up the panel if there's anybody that would like to join the panel. I don't see anybody in the panel room yet or in the vetting room. So if you've vetted and you would like to join the panel, shout me out in the chat or join the panel room, and I'll try to keep an eye on that. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and go on to another clip. This one was from a TikTok invasion by Andrew. So we'll cover this a little bit if anybody wants to join the panel. Again, anybody can join the panel. We can talk about anything that you would like to talk about. This isn't like I'm not saying that we have to talk about these specific things, but this gives us something to regulate around, right? If you come on the panel and you want to talk about something else and other people join and they say, yeah, I want to talk about that too, by all means, we can talk about that. But if you join the panel and you want to talk about something else and somebody else joins the panel and wants to talk about what the videos were about, we'll default back to what the videos were about, just simply for the fact that we can regulate those. Otherwise, we can talk about anything that you'd like to. I love how suddenly feminist isn't such a badge of honor anymore. Isn't it though? Lonely apprentice noises. What the fuck? Fair enough. All right, so we'll get into this. And again, anybody is welcome to join the panel if you'd like to. But we'll get through this and get to where we would be normally stopping before we end. So you're welcome to join the panel anytime in the next hour. And then if anybody doesn't join in the next hour, we'll just bullshit for the last half hour before I end. Yeah, I appreciate that, Apprentice. Anybody interested in the Clancy conversation? That would be a good conversation to have because, again, I'm not really in the know. I've been trying to find some more information about it that I can show you to cover it. But I would like to conversate about it if you would like to. If nobody wants to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it. It's like the watermelon felon, right? I don't care to talk about that guy anymore. I hope that the judge rules it. Well, it's been ruled. It can't be repealed or whatever, or asked for a retrial. They denied it. So, I'm pretty much over that conversation, but the Clancy implications, if we want to avoid the actual case, that's fair. I appreciate you, Apprentice. Again, we can talk about anything that you would like to. If you don't want to talk about the videos, we talk about Clancy, we can stay on that conversation if somebody else joins the panel too. Dude, I know, right? Kyle, that is wild. How much was it when you saw it last? Because I saw it like 1 million, almost 500,000 freaking dollars, dude. It is out of control. Apprentice, or I'm sorry, Homestead. I'll violate TOS on the topic of Clancy. Fair enough. Now I'm curious. Oh man. All right.
Yes, I am a MAGA supporter, a Make America Great Again supporter. Yes, I tend to agree with that messaging.
Help me understand it. All right, so I do have, I mean, this is rage baity, and I do have very...
Help me to understand it. It's rage baity. What the fuck?
Strong opinions, but my biggest, itch that I need to scratch when I come on and have these conversations is I genuinely would like to understand your perspective. Thanks, Putin Annie.
Yeah, well, let me walk you through it. So Trump was elected the first time and the second time for much the same reason, which was mass migration. So basically in all Western nations, mass migration.
Well, okay.
Hang on.
I don't mean to interrupt you. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
anyway.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Andrew. But you're gonna go anyway, and she fucking does. Hey, more celery. There you are. Good to see ya. I saw you last Sunday or on Thursday when you popped in just as I was ending my stream. Don't know if you saw me respond to it, but it's good to see you. I hope you're doing all right.
I am.
Okay,
I am,
go ahead.
Because I can do that. It's my live. I get to do that. Because I just want to make sure that I'm steering the conversation to like something productive. That's not just us talking at each other.
But if the roles were reversed and it was Andrew's stream that she's calling into, boy, howdy, she would have a shit fit if the roles were reversed.
Because like that is a perspective that you have about like what created.
How do you know what my perspective is? You won't even let me say what it is.
Well, because what you're explaining to me is a common perspective that I've heard.
How do you know I wasn't able to explain it?
Can I finish?
I mean, sure. I'm just saying, like, you haven't even let me give you the perspective yet. So why would you try to refute it?
I'm interested in what your opinion is, and if your
right on, more celery. I appreciate the engagement when I can get you. Been on vacation. That's awesome. I hope it's been an awesome vacation for you. Prentice says, Homestead and Beatrix, this is exactly the conversation, precisely is the right word that he uses, the conversation to have based ladies speak out about. Just saying. Yeah, this is one of those panels that I would be completely okay with having it a full female panel speaking against or for it, for that matter, just so we can get the idea of what the for would be. I know that nobody in my chat is for it, but I would love to see women speaking out on this topic more than what we have online right now of the armchair therapist detectives. I've really been enjoying your lives and replay the last few weeks. I'm glad to hear that, more celery. Thank you very much for the loyalty and the engagement. Really appreciate you guys. More than I'll ever be able to tell you. And again, I'm always open for more suggestions on what to cover if you'd like to. Let's see. Homestead is in the room, right on. So if there's anybody else that would like to join the panel, it does look like we're going to have a panel of sorts. So feel free to jump on up and talk to me about it. Anyone that supports Clancy has probably had a fetus deletus. Yeah, Beatrix, I would probably say that. Or are on SSRIs, one of the two. Because she is not interested in this, in his perspective, all she wants is a straw man to attack. Yeah, exactly. Which TOS violations? Not sure what you're referring to. Wish I could join the panel. I've been diving in on Clancy and the female response. You can't join the panel, Vosh? Oh man. I would really like to have heard what you have. Man. How long till you can be on the panel? Or if we need to just have like a interview with you so that you can tell me what you've found. maybe you have to just do one-on-one or something. Exactly, Beatrix. It's essentially the same thing from my perspective. I agree with that. Anyway. Okay, so it looks like Homestead is in the panel, so let me make sure she's ready for me here. Hey, can you hear me? Hello? Okay, you can hear me. All right. You ready? No, of course I am. No, you're not. I don't know why my internet sucks so bad lately, but all right, we'll pull it over here and get started. Let's see. All right. Welcome in, Homestead. Appreciate the engagement. All right. So do you have anything that you'd like to start with?
Well, Casey Anthony supports Lindsay Clancy, so what more needs to be said?
Casey Anthony. Who's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What was that? Sorry.
I said Casey Anthony supports Lindsay Clancy, so I don't know what more needs to be said.
Oh, I got you. Sorry, you must not have heard me. Who is what was the name you said?
Casey Anthony?
Hey, yeah, who is that?
She's the one who killed her daughter and said that she drowned in the pool, but she was found with duct tape in the woods.
Ah.
She was a little 3-year-old girl.
Gotcha. That was a while ago, right?
It's ridiculous. And the women that are supporting her just absolutely drive me wild. I don't understand how you could support someone who would kill their own, excuse my language, who would hurt their children. I don't understand. I've raised 4 kids. I've had my moments of going mad because there's 10 years that I had 4 kids. And, you do get a little angry at times because they're children learning how to be adults. Okay. And there's moments where you get a little cranky, but you don't hurt them.
Right. Yeah, now we have a bunch of these women that are coming out and saying that postpartum depression is an excuse to unalive someone.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah. So Mr. B, I'm pretty sure, is the one who put it in the Discord that basically come with the comeback on that one. And basically, so what you're saying is men from the military with PTSD having a bad day, they can go on a unaliving spree and they're good. They're justified because they were up in their fifis.
Which actually happened in my town a couple months ago.
Oh shit!
Some guy got all drunk and went in with an AK and took out everybody in the house. So we're just supposed to support him too because he got a little cranky.
Right.
Like, this is maddening. These women just need to go back to the kitchen where they belong.
Oh, I agree.
And they need to be happy about being in the kitchen. Like, there's no reason that when you put too much on women, they go crazy. And these women that are boss babes have too much on their plate.
Yep. Oh, Jay. Oh, there she is. Welcome in, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Can you hear us? I know her internet's not great at times, so. Vosh in the
guess not.
Right. Vosh made in the chat says whether or not she did it isn't actually up for debate. The trial is to determine insanity, and it's not looking good for her. Yeah, again, there's no evidence to say that the husband was the one that did it. They're trying to say that the timeline doesn't add up and that he arrived at the stores late, and that he had the time to go into or go back home between the two stores that he went and had time to unalive the kids and tried to unalive his wife all in about 10 minutes. And
No, not at all. I don't believe it. All his text messages seem very supportive of his family, and he even went and got dinner for them so she wouldn't have to cook. That doesn't sound like a man who wants to annihilate his family. I disagree.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't agree that it's that. Let's see. So I'm trying to figure out Jay, her let's see. She's got somehow server muted. That's not.
I agree, Beatrix.
What did she say?
She said there's no respect for human life except for their own selfish life. And I agree with her. We need more people who care more about the lives that they bring into the world than their own life. Look, those lives are only with you until they start to grow up and start creating their own life. Hey, Jay. So why can't you be supportive for the short time that they're in your life? And then once they're out of your life, you can go be as selfish as you want to be.
That's fucking
Why
wild.
can't you
Kyle.
sacrifice your life for a few years? I don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. Hey Jay, welcome in. I heard you say something real quick, so go ahead and speak if you can.
Oh, I was able to talk, so I'm not sure what was going on with my permissions.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was what did it or not, but I went in and I muted you on the server and then unmuted you, and then you were able to talk. Whether that was what did it or not, I can't say for sure, but for some reason you were server muted, so I unmuted you, so you're good now. Welcome in. Do you have anything to say on that so far?
I have a lot to say, but I'm pretty sure TOS would get you booted. So I'm gonna keep it for just a second.
Fair. Well, it's hard to say what you think is going to be TOS, but fair enough. And I get that a lot of people are worried about and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And maybe we might readdress this on its own panel so that I can take the stream down once we're done talking about it. But again, this platform is supposed to be here to give you the freedom to speak your mind. And if we're having to censor ourselves, then what's the point of free speech, right? So maybe hold on to any thoughts that you guys have that you are worried about it being TOS concerning, and we'll readdress it maybe on Thursday, and then we'll just take that stream down and we'll start a new one later or something like that. I don't know. Okay. But again, I want to hear what you guys have to say, because this is an enigma. This is an enigma to me. I don't understand it, and I don't see how anyone else can understand it. But anyway.
Yeah. I know I was talking to my husband about it, and the disbelief that we can get to a place like this, that women are supporting it, that they're rallying behind someone for doing something so awful. And I told him, I said, I don't agree, but I can track the brain patterns of why women have smortions. I can track the brain patterns of the shaken baby syndrome and in the frustration and the heat of the moment. I don't agree. There's safe places. There's things that you can do to prevent that. But I can track those brain movements. I can understand where they, in a weird way, decide to go with that. This I cannot understand. I cannot understand the premeditated, send my husband away, and I'm going to commit this awful act. I can't wrap my head around it.
It's because she knew he would stop her.
Well, of course.
Yeah, but like just the premeditated of your children. I can't I just can't. I can't.
Well, so this is why I have such a problem with the big pharma, right? Where I'm not standing with Candace on this and the bullshit of, she's innocent, she's a victim because she was put on so many medications that she just didn't know any better. I don't fucking bullshit. Yes, they should be held accountable for the gobs and gods of pharmaceuticals that they prescribe without actually having a reason to prescribe them. There's so many times that I get told by a female, I had acne, so they gave me birth control, a hormonal birth control, right? So that it would regulate my hormones. No, that is not safe. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry that you're going to take it the way that you're going to take it, but I'm not sorry to say it because it's true. It's not okay that we're putting 14 and 15-year-old girls on a hormonal birth control to regulate their acne. So with that being said, I don't agree with Big Pharma just giving SSRIs and other medication for mental health without having a reason for it. That being said, I don't know her history. I don't know why they had her on so many different medications. But those many medications. Agenda. What was that?
It's an agenda. There's an agenda happening in the world. And it's starting to come to a head. And if we don't open our eyes and start doing something about it, then this is only going to get worse. Exactly. There's already plenty of women who are following suit because they feel like what she did was fine, which is absolutely disgusting. Let's go back 100 years when women were having 7 children or more. They didn't do anything like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. They were too busy taking care of the home, taking care of the garden, taking care of the livestock, taking care of the children, and they had all these children to help them. And we're not teaching our children any responsibilities in the world. So the moms are just doing it all by themselves. No,
that's fair.
You need to make your kids clean the rooms. You need to make their kids
about the warrior.
Start taking care of the animals, helping in the garden. We need to start homeschooling our kids again so that they're not stuck on their phones looking at pornography. Okay, this is I'm just appalled.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Joseph Romano, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. It's been a bit since I've seen you in the chat. Good to see you. Apprentice says, this is degeneracy unchecked. Women specifically have been given carte blanche for far too long. Carte blanche, whatever. Pretty privilege needs to expire. Go to the wayside. Expelled. Gone. Forever. Forever.
If you take away their rights to vote, maybe they'll straighten up and make a sandwich worth having.
Right? Sandwich worth having. That's based. It's true though. It's true. Again, like I've mentioned on multiple occasions, I'm not being a dick about when I say that women need to remove the right to vote because you're a political pawn as the ability to vote. We need to get you back to a higher moral ground and able to say, no, I am not bought. I am not paid for, and I don't like it. Period.
Well, and then they want to run around like, I don't get paid for everything I do. Ma'am, do you have a roof over your head?
Right.
Does it have air conditioning and cable and gas and water and everything that you want to decorate with? Because that man is being paid.
Bullshit. Exactly. Yeah, I don't understand.
They're just driving me crazy with the selfish BS.
Yeah, I saw a meme on Facebook the other day, and it was a woman with 4 kids by her side, and she was cooking dinner, and the man was laying on the couch drinking a beer. And the feminists were in the chat just ripping on him for being a deadbeat piece of shit. And it's like, how long did he work? How long has he been laying down? How long has the woman been not doing anything to make sure that when he came home, the food was ready? If she's at home doing nothing but taking care of the kids, I know that that's not nothing. I don't mean to make it sound like it's nothing. But if she's not doing anything other than taking care of the kids, you should have food ready by the time he gets home. So there's no time for him to sit down and wait for food to be ready. Not saying that the man doesn't deserve to sit down, but come on.
Oh, and go ahead, Jake.
I have a unique perspective on, you know, the roles and how things should work whenever somebody's working and somebody is not, somebody's at home. So for most of my marriage, I was the one actually working and my husband was at home, due to some health issues and just the way the cards fell. It's the way that it happened. I was making really good money. It made sense. One of us had to be at home. Anyways, regardless, I would tell people my entire marriage, I am one of the most spoiled women that walks this earth, because I literally came home and all the things that we expect of women, my husband was doing those things because he was at home, because that was his job, because I was the one at work. I came home and I didn't have to lift a finger unless I wanted to. I am now a stay-at-home wife. My husband is now working, and I'm having to learn how to cook again because I hadn't cooked in so many years. And when my husband walks through the door, I don't expect him to do anything because I wore that other shoe. And no, if they're the one out of the house working and you're the one that's in charge of the house, get your crap done.
Right? It's really not that hard. Like you said, you know, your husband staying at home was able to get all that done, probably had time to spare, probably was playing games when he had time to sit down and just do whatever he wanted to. And yet the women act like it's a full-time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week job that they can't get away from. Now, don't get me wrong. Back when I was younger, I used to say that guys are pigs because I saw the problem with guys back in the day. However, I saw the 1% of guys, and that was because the women were feeding me full of the stuff that they had dealt with. The 1%, making it seem like it was more than that. Now I'm older and I see the world for what it is, and women, you said hold my beer and you want it to become better or more or worse. I don't know how to describe it.
But I want to touch back on something that you said, and I don't disagree with you, Tater, but the medication issue and the pharmaceuticals. I don't disagree with you in that we are seriously over medicated, and the pharmaceuticals play a lot of havoc on the hormones and the emotions and how things work. But I also feel like that's a crutch. It's an excuse.
Oh,
you still don't behave that way. You still don't do these awful things.
I agree with you. However, if you're literally a schizophrenic because of the medications that you're on, and there's no way to diagnose you as a schizophrenic, but you're literally listening to other voices in your head, who's to say that that is your fault in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, that's true.
That's what I'm getting at, right? Because there's no proof.
Is that what they're saying for her?
No. But what I'm saying is just playing that jester's advocate or in the future, like, because this could set a dangerous precedence for both sides, right? If it goes one way, it could set a dangerous precedent for medical history and psychology. You know, you're a psychopath, you need to be helped, and the getting away with essentially unaliving people. So this could set a very dangerous precedence, and so I'm trying to combat that as much as I can, is all I'm boiling it down to.
Fair.
Anything else on that one? Okay, so Voshmit,
other than being mad.
I know, I hear you. Voshmit in the chat says, I'll have to look into it again, but I think Clancy had a caretaker for each kid 10 hours a day. And that is true. That is not something you'll have to look up. That is true. So she had a caretaker for a portion of the day. Now, 10 hours may not have been the case, but she did have a caretaker for a portion of the time, which means the father, the husband, the one that they claim to not care about his kids enough to unalive them, was paying for her to have all of the medications, a roof over her head, the care for the kids, the at-home caretaker, and I want to say that there was something else that he was paying for, and yet he's the bad guy. She's a victim.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I think she was selfish and she didn't. I don't buy that he had anything to do with it. I don't buy that she's crazy. I don't. The whole thing seems like a test run to see if these people can get away with it, if this is what they say.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah, and again,
and the way that people are rallying behind her, that's the way it's looking. And
that is the most disgusting part about all of this, if you ask me. Like, it is terrible that a family was torn apart like this. But the women who are supporting her, that are all wearing pink, and they have their own kids there, like, you're just advertising. Like, that is so...
Well, and it's funny that you mentioned the pink. So I think I talked about it in the Discord, but they wore pink, which they're the ones that say there are no genders. But when you're born, you're either assigned with pink or blue because of your gender. They all dressed up in pink for feminine, for defense of females, women. They're an oxymoron in themselves.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I've said it over and over that, like, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah, as in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. And I keep thinking, like, I mean, we're almost there. Like, it's pretty bad. It gets pretty bad out there. Nope. We topped it. We topped what I thought we were having.
Yeah.
I was expecting the story of them ripping the, daughter out of the house. Like, I was expecting that type of debauchery. I wasn't prepared for this.
Right? Me
No,
neither.
you need to start taking your family to church if you don't do it, because this is only going to get worse and your salvation matters.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so Bandit in the chat, he says, were you hearing the voices before the meds? So that's what I mean is, like, there's no...
You're breaking up.
Of course I am. Yeah, they can hear me. Sorry. But anyway, so the biggest thing is if you aren't hearing voices before the meds, there's nothing on record to say that there is something that says that they're having voices after the meds, but there's nothing to say that they can't either. So until there's studies to actually dive deep into that kind of idea, it's hard to say that they didn't have voices after the meds where they didn't have voices before the meds, because everything in chemicals can affect each body differently, because each body's chemical makeup is going to be different. So that chemical that could cause, it's like a perfect example is Ritalin. So if you're ADHD, Ritalin puts you down. If you're not ADHD, it acts like a methamphetamine. And even to people who are ADHD, it acts like a methamphetamine. And that's why a lot of people who are on Ritalin from a young age are now meth heads in their older age, because they need that stimulant now. But long story short, let me see, where was I going with that? Bandit. If you don't hear the voices before the meds and you hear them afterwards, it's hard to say that doesn't happen. Anyway, sorry, ladies, you can go ahead and go back to it.
No, that was a fair point, because they really don't understand the human mind as much as they let on.
Bingo.
So for about 10 years, they tried to tell me that I was bipolar, which I am not.
Exactly.
So for like 8 years,
Explains so much, Homestead.
I know, right?
Right.
So for like 8 years, they tried to get my dosage right. So they would put me on something, up it until they couldn't up it anymore. Then they would either change it or give me something else, until finally one day I was just like, this is ridiculous. I'm not bipolar at all. Okay. And it turns out that I'm ADHD, and there might be a possibility that I have some autism going on, which explains my emotional outbursts when I was frustrated. So it's not bipolar at all, but they don't take into consideration anything when you're a 30-year-old mom of 4. They just think that you're bipolar. And I swear it's kickbacks that they're getting. I don't think it has anything to do with wanting to heal the person. They are completely concerned about padding their pockets. And until people are more concerned with their neighbor, then this pattern is going to continue.
Yeah. So I saw a picture back, I think 10 or 12 years ago at this point in time. He was standing by a rack of pens from pharmaceutical distributors. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to Google it real fast. But basically, it was all of the drug reps that he had been interacting with from the time that he started his career or whatever. And there were hundreds of pens. So if you don't think that they're getting pockets padded, you're sorely mistaken. And so, yes, Homestead, you're exactly right. They are getting their pockets padded by the pharmaceuticals.
And I've seen it clear as day. I've seen it. And they put me at risk of hurting my children because it was getting to the point where I had zero emotions at all. To the point where my husband told me, you either get off of these or we can't be together.
Exactly.
Because I had zero emotion. Nothing he did excited me. Nothing he did frustrated me. And he would rather have a human being than a zombie.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen here and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So if you pull up the screen share, this is one of them. This is not even the one I was referring to, but you can see behind him the drug rep pens as they come in and they say, hey, I'm so-and-so from such and such. They give him a pen. This is how many times he's been confronted by a pharmaceutical rep.
It's disgusting.
So
we're not human beings to these people. We're just cattle.
We're just, we're money stock. So yeah, exactly like you were saying, Homestead, they are getting their pockets padded to push the specific pharmaceuticals that they get that land that contract. Craig says, I was on Ritalin. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Craig says, when I was on Ritalin from 3 years old to about 11 years old. That sucks, man. AUDHD gets misdiagnosed as bipolar all the time. It's fair, Vosh. And then Kyle Road the Dinosaur says Ritalin is meth. Yeah, it is. It is. It's just a legal version of it. But anyway, we can get back to conversation if you'd like. Either one of you.
I want to know what else the sleuth people are that, like, let's find these moms that are standing with their kids in solidarity. Let's get them reported. For real.
I agree with that.
Yeah, no, seriously though, we need to start taking a serious look at the women that are standing with Clancy in this, and start actually like getting the men that are with these women some support of some sort, so that if and when their wife snaps or whatever the case is, that they have some ability to protect their kids. Because this, like I'd mentioned, there was another story asking if it was a copycat, and we're having more and more of these stories popping up. Is it because they're copying her, or is it just because there's that many psychopaths on SSRIs, or whatever the case is, or just simply that demonic these days to be willing, as even excited to unalive their kids? There's so many of these videos that I've watched of the people on the street that have been doing interviews with people and are like, why do you want to do a fetus deletus or whatever? And they're like, we are women. We should have the right to just unalive our kids. And now it's gotten from the point, like I mentioned earlier, of grape, we should have the right to unalive them, to now I had postpartum depression, which I realize is a thing. It can be diagnosed and all that good jazz. But when did this come up? Like, I don't remember women back in 100 years ago, like unaliving their kids at an exorbitant rate because of this depression thing. So how rare is it? How, again, it's like narcissism. If you're not diagnosed as a narcissist, you can't be saying that they're a narcissist. And if they are diagnosed, it's like 0.1% of the population that is a narcissist. So it could be the same kind of a concept here, but we need to make sure we're cracking down on it before it becomes a problem, because as we give a mouse a crumb and they take a cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So Mr. B says, get off the drugs if you can. Who are you referring to? Any pharmaceuticals that you can get off of, you want to, by all means.
That's what he was saying is they put him on medication when he got out of the military for his anxiety.
Oh.
And he's saying get off of them if you can.
Gotcha. Yeah. Any pharmaceutical is not good on your liver, your kidneys. Those chemical. Go ahead.
Then once you're on some kind of medication, there's always side effects, which leads to more medications. So you end up just being 40 years old, taking 10 pills a day just to stay alive, quote unquote. But it's not. Like, that is not at all what is keeping you alive. If you eat healthy and exercise and take care of your mind and your body by most likely going to church, okay, because it was really the only thing I was missing in my life. And when I started going to church and started taking my family to church, everything else fell in place. Do I still have hard days? Absolutely. Do they last weeks now? Not at all. They last in the moment, because I know that the Lord is on my side and everything is happening through him, and that there's probably a reason that I'm going through this, and it's preparing me for something that is coming down the line. I understand this now. And had I not started going to church, I would probably still be that miserable, negative person who just wanted attention. And that is not an existence.
Exactly. Bandit in the chat says he thought it gives a mouse a cookie and he's going to want a glass of milk. Probably. I don't care. They get a crumb first. That's how mice get started. So I don't care. I'm making a new saying. I'm just kidding. Pretty sure it was give a mouse a cookie because they've already got crumbs off the ground. But if you let them have the crumbs on the ground, that's where you get them, right? And we've been giving them crumbs for the longest time, and now they're taking the whole ass cookie. All right. So anything else on that?
No, sir.
Fair enough.
No.
So let me see. What else? What have I been hearing? So we've got a lot of these internet armchair detectives that believe that the husband did it, and for many reasons, right? For the fact that the timeline isn't adding up, that when he went to the store, it took him 15 minutes to get to the first store where it was like a 3-minute drive. And now this is all speculation because this is just what I'm hearing. So I don't know if this is true, and the timeline could all add up exactly as he says it does. And I just saw this one person saying it, but they're saying that he took too long to get to the first store and took too long to get to the second store, which gave him enough time in between those stores to go back, like I'd mentioned earlier. The other
was there traffic?
Well, and that's just it. And it even says that there, could have been traffic. He could have been sitting in the parking lot, and it's like
Could have been a funeral.
Yeah.
He could have been checking his social media for a second. I mean, he could have been texting someone back about work. Like, are we not going to give him the benefit of the doubt? He was making enough money to have 3 caretakers at home, correct? 3?
Possibly.
1 for each kid?
Possibly. What I understood, it was just a caretaker for 2 of the kids, and then the father was a at-home worker. So it wasn't
I mean,
just
he was making enough money, so I don't
but
understand.
That's what I'm saying is he was making enough money at home, which means he was there all the time to assist. And they had a caretaker for 2 of the kids, so there was only one of them, probably the youngest, that had to be taken care of because they couldn't be taken care of by a caretaker, for example.
He has 0 excuses in my book for doing this. 0. I do not excuse her behavior at all. Any woman who puts their hands on their kid in anger, I do not approve of. Okay, I participate in corporal punishment. I do, but I'm not mad when I do it. I calm down first because it is not about my anger in that moment. It's about raising a healthy child.
Exactly.
Right.
And then the other, so like Vosh in the chat says, the best evidence against him they have is astrology. I wish I was joking. And that's the other thing. So if it's not the timeline that doesn't add up, it's the fact that his astrology sign, and this is majority of the women that I've seen taking his side that are saying that the best evidence is basically they lined it up with the moon rising in the east or whatever the hell it was on the day that he was born. So it makes him the unaliver. And that
disavow.
There's absolutely no way that you can hold that in court. Next thing is the Apple Watch. So her smartwatch was disconnected for a certain portion of time, and when she was unaliving the kids, it was at a resting heart rate. Now that is wild to me to think that you can unalive 3 children, yours besides that, and keep your heart rate at resting rate. Now that's because everything was going to plan. Not only that, but you are on so many mental medications that keep you regulated. So there's no base to actually use that in court as evidence, but these armchair detectives are trying to say that because her watch was saying that her heart rate was resting, that's evidence. And they're not even taking that into evidence because it's not evidence. There's many things that could be problematic with that. Let's see.
Like she's numb.
Right. Exactly. It could be that she's numb from all the medications. It could be she's a psychopath or sociopath and has no feelings. Right. That is a actual condition. It could be that her watch malfunctioned. It could be that she put it on her kid or whatever. I don't know. Like, obviously her kid's heart rates would have been skyrocketing during this whole thing. But it also comes down to the fact that during this, I guess, from what I understand, she had to track down the son into her father's office because he was scared of her and ran into the office. So the whole thing just doesn't add up. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm not saying that there's any justification to say that he did it or that she didn't do it and for people in the chat that said, didn't she admit to it? From what I understand, she did admit to it, but from the other side, she woke up in the hospital. She called Patrick, and Patrick told the officers what she said because there was nobody there to witness it. And what she said was, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was an indication that she'd done it. And so that was what they ran with as her confession. Now, if that is the confession that we're talking about, that is not a confession that will hold up in court. However, when there's that much evidence behind the confession and you piecing the timeline together, because that's what they want to excuse it with. She woke up in the hospital and she heard them overheard them talking. And so she just pieced together the timeline the best way she could. It doesn't matter.
not sound rational.
Exactly. If you come out of a coma or sleep or whatever, and somebody says you killed somebody, you don't just go, "Oh yeah, I did that, and this is how I did it because I'm piecing it together from." No, you say, "What the fuck are you? Did you just say to me?" If you're innocent, you're not gonna just like start piecing together the timeline.
Right.
Especially coming out of a coma.
Exactly.
I mean, what's the mentality of coming out of a coma? You're trying to figure out where you are, trying to figure out how you got there. You're trying to remember things, and your brain has been asleep. Like, unless she actually did it, which I believe she did.
Well,
okay, then how would she? What?
I was just gonna say anybody with a rational mind would believe it. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
What led to her getting to the hospital? Like, did her husband come? Because I will be completely honest, the whole thing makes me sick, and so I haven't actually I haven't dove into it because just reading the articles it just flips my stomach. So like, how did she get to the hospital? Did her husband come home and find the kids and take her to the hospital? What happened?
He came home from getting food and found blood in the house, and then found her outside because she had jumped and landed head first. So he was trying to get her okay. And while he was on the phone with 911, he asked her, "Where are the kids?" And she mumbled, "They're in the basement." So when the ambulance got there, they were taking care of her, and he went to go check on the kids and found them.
From what I understand, and I could be wrong, from what I understand, he came home, called 911, like you're saying, and was on the phone with 911 when he found the kids. And the screams
he was
that
still
were
on the
just
phone with
blood curdling
911,
and
but
were
there
what
was
basically
already
people are
people-
saying there's no way that he could have done it because of just the reaction that he had to the kids when he came home. But
And they redacted that because they don't want anyone to hear his screams.
right, that's what I'm saying is it was so horrific that if anybody actually understands that, then they wouldn't really think anything else. But are we not men? Good to see you. Have you seen the new Freedom tunes on this? I have not. I'm not sure. I'll have to check it out maybe. But appreciate the engagement. Good to see you. Bandit says, Potato, what are the odds that Hollywood turns this into an Amityville horror type movie? I would say probably better than
good.
Yeah, probably better than average, unfortunately. Vosh, she
Well,
was
you remember
determined.
Why
Murdoch?
wouldn't we give it more publicity?
Right,
You remember
exactly.
Murdoch? They had Murdoch filmed before the trial even started. So
Yep. Vosh Schmidt said she was determined to end her own life, then decided her kids wouldn't be okay with her, so they had to go to God was the last words they heard. This per the last day of hearings. That's wild. If she had made more sandwiches, the kids would be alive today. For real though, Bandit. For real.
well, I have to do some motherly duties and go pick up my oldest son and take him to work. So
Fair.
I'm done complaining.
That's fair.
Do
Well, do
some
you have any?
wifely stuff and get some bread made for work.
Yeah, I'll be signing off myself. But is there anything else that you guys wanted to say on it before we go?
Please subscribe to Tater here. Like and share the stream. If you don't have money, you're welcome to donate and help him get a new computer because obviously he needs it.
Obviously.
And join
ridiculous.
join the Discord and be a part of our community. We got a
Yes.
great community.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Thank you very much for that. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
No,
That's
I'm
it.
good.
Fair. Well, I appreciate you. As always, you're more than happy. Welcome on my channel, my panels, and drive careful, and God bless you. And Jay, was there anything you'd like to say or shout out or anything? Oh, she just left. Fine. I see how you are. Jeez. All right. Well, it doesn't look like anybody else wants to be on the panel. So Apprentice is still in the vetting room. If anybody would like to hop in really fast, like you have like a minute and a half to jump in if you'd like to. Oh, nice. Apprentice dropped the Freedom tunes, but I know that they're a copyright thing. So if you like to see it, jump into the Discord, join the Discord, and go to the topic suggestions channel. I might cover it on a different stream. That way I can take it down. I don't know exactly how problematic it is to have a bunch of copyright claims or strikes or whatever the hell they are. I know if you get an actual strike, you only have 3 strikes and they shut you down. But I haven't had any strikes. It's just claims where it's basically like, oh, you can't have this much coverage with this, or you can't be making money off of it because so-and-so owns it. Anyway, long story short, if you have any suggestions on what I cover, feel free to drop them in the Discord or into the comment section below. Other than that, if there's anything else, let me know. Join the Discord, be a part of the conversations and the community there. And for now, please take care of yourselves out there. Remember those Second Amendment rights within the United States, as your response time will always be faster than that of the police. And as always, I will want to keep you around. So please take care of yourselves. Those outside of the United States, as always, your rights are important as well. So stop giving them up, please. Christ is God, the King of Kings, and always will be. And you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you were here with me, the potato, listening to me rant and rave again, right? Yeah, other than that, you guys have a good night. And the potato, signing off.
Have been drawn. We carry the weight, but we're never gone. Through chaos and noise, we rise from the fray. Unbroken, unyielding, we won't fade away. Never back down, never surrender. Our will is still our silent, the brave won't behave. No chains can bind us, no walls can confine our spirit, unshaken, our battle divine. Never back down, never surrender. Our will is steel, our hearts remember. Stand and fight, come what may, we'll crush the darkness of the day. Raise the banners, let them see we are the force, we are the free. Strike the chord, the anthem's clear, we'll fight forever, year by year.